I essentially got asked to be kicked off the podcast, and I'm like, man, did I swear that much? Because I, the world I come from, casino industry, Las Vegas, the whole thing. I know I swear. I listen to my kid talk. I'm well aware of what I say, but I didn't think I swore that much. And then listening back through, it's like, wasn't that bad. I didn't think.
Sometimes I don't mind it because you're talking about a story. You're getting excited. You're being real. We're shooting it with the boys.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing was, so Porter, he's like, man, you gotta stop. I'm like, believe me, I'm actively trying. Like, I understand, the world we're in, and families are trying to, whatever it is. Like, I totally get it. The thing with a podcast, though, like where I was coming from is, it's like, I was just gonna say curse word. It's like
you already caught yourself
shooting it with the guys, and it's like if I have to process internally to think about what I'm gonna say before I say it, so I don't cuss, then it becomes more of like an interview, and it's not a conversation. You know what I mean? It's like interview thought instead of just conversational. Yeah. The whole purpose is like somebody being a fly on the wall and just kind of listening to what we're talking about. Yeah. I'm sure you guys are going to get passionate about what we're going to talk about today, and right. And it's like, if you think about it beforehand, then it becomes an interview and it's not a conversation. So anyways, I will do my best to quit talking or to quit cussing, but no promises. We'll see what happens.
It don't bother me.
Yeah.
But before we start though, I just want to call out how short Blake is. We could all just, Colby, you're way taller than Blake.
I am, but he gets up the mountain all right.
Okay.
Yeah, Colby's way taller than Blake for everybody that's
we need to find a different stool over there.
We do need to find a different one.
Don't we have stools coming?
Yeah, but the lead time, like I said, I'm not very pumped about.
Oh, yeah, it was a long lead time.
I thought the whole COVID bullshit stuff was over, like all the back channels and all this stuff. Not over. No. Trying to get stools. It's going to be.
It's just a new
going to be a while.
That's one to the swear jar.
Is it?
Yep.
You got to put a jar up.
Yeah, we should put a jar.
Have you ever seen the interview where Marshawn Lynch on ESPN catches himself swearing? And he's like, oh, I can't say that because it was live TV. But then he goes on to swear like 9 more times and doesn't notice. That's me.
Yeah.
Like that's me.
Yeah.
If anybody was wondering.
So as you see, we got Blake and Colby here. I want you guys to explain what you guys do. Explain yourself. Describe yourself. Just however long you want to go.
Well, we're both guides for this in state of Nevada. We guide for Silver State Guides and Outfitters. We do all species, but we specifically, like, we really love sheep. Sheep's our passion, and mule deer second to that. So
sound like good people already.
Yeah.
Sheep and mule deer.
Yeah. Addiction, obsession on sheep for sure for me.
What makes it a level of addiction?
When you'll do it all the time, when you're told not to do it and you still do it.
Still out there scouting. Yeah. So how many days do you guys put in the field per year, roughly?
Last year I clocked, it was like I want to say it was like 170 something days. I went pretty hard last year though. I feel like we had a very important bid tag hunt we did for sheep, and we put a lot of time. Like, me and Colby were
we killed in the end of September. We started July 1st. Well, we started at the beginning of June. Yeah. I mean, it was
every day, right? Yeah.
That's the addiction.
It wasn't a good year last year, right?
No.
It was pretty tough.
It was rough. Well, all the rains is what really kicked our butt. Yeah. I mean, there was points where I was going to set camera and I'm walking up a creek to go set a camera on a guzzler. I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Like, literally, I called you. I think I put you on FaceTime, and I was like, this is a creek. It's been going for about a half mile. Like, I still set the camera because I'm not very smart.
Yeah, right. Yeah. How'd you, when you guys got into it, right? Because you were the one that got into it first, Colby.
My stepdad. I've lived with him since I was in first grade. He started Silver State Guides like over 40 years ago. And so I grew up hunting. My whole family hunts. I mean, from my grandparents down, and shortly after high school, I said, hey, I want to take this over for me. I want to keep going. And pretty much from there, me and Blake hooked up and we just went.
So you guys were set up from the get. You guys were together.
We started real serious, 2011?
The year before your tag.
2012. Yeah, is when we really started guiding together serious.
Yeah. And you guys knew each other before then?
Yeah. I've known Colby since he was like this tall when he stole my drop-in ramp for my BMX jump.
Oh, what a guy.
Good old BMX guy, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, way back. I met your stepdad a long time ago. I actually met him before you, didn't I? Yeah. Big old Wayne. I mean, he's an awesome guy, great guy, and he's huge.
Yeah,
that guy's giant. Yeah. He's bigger than Brady, isn't he?
They're probably about equal height.
Are they? 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah,
he's a giant, man. The first time I met him, I'm like, whoa. But yeah, I met him a while back, mule deer hunting in Central Nevada, and then and then meeting you down here, and then into the sheep game, like that was.
Did you first run into him on the mountain, or did you run into him through mutual friends?
A mutual contact on the mountain. So it was in camp. Like I ran into him in camp.
God, that'd be a scary guy to come across on the mountain.
Yeah, we were after the same animal. I'm like, no, man, you can have. We're good. But no, it was through mutual friends back then when I was hunting Central Nevada a lot, and met him in camp, and then love the guy. He was a great guy.
Yeah.
Then I can't remember how you and I crossed paths a while.
Ranch.
Is that where we met too? Was that same time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then So anyways, we go back quite a bit. And then I met you through GOHUNT later on. So you guys were together from the get in 2013 when you guys took it over serious. And were you guys in sheep already?
That's all we wanted to do in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to just be the best we could be at guiding sheep. And then our goal was we wanted to take a heritage tag. So we wanted to do from the start.
That was the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once we kind of did that, we really went after mule deer as well.
Yeah. Explain the heritage tag and why you guys wanted that. I mean, I'm sure people are familiar, but just explain why that was kind of the pinnacle of what you guys were after.
You get to chase the biggest rams in the state. You get unlimited units. You get to go look at so many sheep doing that. If you're a fanatic and you have the sheep addiction, that is the one tag that you get to look at so many sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's obviously a special tag. It goes towards conservation. That's the reason we have. If it wasn't for those tags, we wouldn't have the sheep we have in the state in the first place. But being able to hunt every unit for 6 months out of the year, during the rut, in the heat, what's sheep hunting all about? It's about the terrain they live in and how tough they are. And so you get to be out there in that rugged heat terrain and run around with them and really live it. So,
what is it about sheep in general, though? You know what I mean?
Everyone always says sheep are the pinnacle, but
why is sheep better than everything?
Why is it to you guys?
'Cause sheep are better because they don't drop their horns. You can watch them year round.
I mean,
that's a good point.
It's valid. It's valid. And where they live is pretty cool too. But I was super fortunate. I drew a desert bighorn sheep tag. So early in my career, I've already killed the desert. I killed it in New Mexico. Drew that tag in 2013. And it's the first ram I killed, first sheep experience. I mean, I love sheep. I'm with you. But this whole pinnacle of sheep hunting, because the WSF and the sheep guys out there, it is such a cult in its own, brotherhood in its own. It's really interesting. And I would love to do it again, obviously. But it's, I don't know. Everyone says you get bit by the sheep bug. I'm still bit by the mule deer and antelope bug. I'm not over that. So I don't even have time to think about sheep. I would love to do it again, but what is it about sheep other than that creates this internal culture?
It's the highs and lows of it. I feel like if you push yourself so hard and you to get it done, and once people have done that themselves, it puts you in that group. And I personally haven't even killed a sheep, but I've been on a lot of sheep hunts, and I see the highs and lows and the reward of it, of pushing yourself to the limit. And other people that have done that and have been in that situation and see what it takes, to make it happen is that's what puts you all in that club, that cult, what you call it. It's
I will say it was unbelievably difficult, comparative to some of the other hunts I've been on.
Yeah. And I'm not knocking mule deer hunters, because to kill a mule deer with your bow is hard.
Yeah.
To kill an elk with your bow is hard. But it's everything involved in sheep hunting is what makes it so desirable. It's all of the, you can't go buy an over-the-counter sheep tag. I mean, you can, but it
limited
is
to Montana.
expensive.
You want to go do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very limited availability to go sheep hunting.
Yeah. So it is so coveted. That's what draws that emotional side of thing too. You shoot a sheep, it's a
Well,
it's an emotional
that's the
wreck.
side of it that I'm talking to, though, is when I killed I'll never forget when I killed my ram in New Mexico, 2013. Walked up to it, and it was an unbelievable experience. The hunt was phenomenal. I killed a great ram. You know, I was down there 2 days early to scout, found the ram I wanted to kill, found him 2 days into the hunt. They got chased by a mountain lion to the wrong side of the mountain. I couldn't hunt him the first day. Anyways, killed him. Very first thing I thought to myself when I walked up on it was, well, never do this again.
Yeah.
And like that mentality, I'm like, you know, it's just whenever you kill a mule deer, you kill a bull, you can't wait to the next time. And that sheep for me, just I had this like massive disconnect in my mind of like, well, that's
Done.
probably not going to happen ever again. You know, it's just an interesting animal that it's like so coveted and so like there's just nothing for opportunity.
No, there is not. I mean,
But it's one of the coolest animals to talk about and look at. You know,
super tough yet super delicate species. I mean,
that's what's interesting.
yeah, you know, get to go torture ourselves like for 2-3 months straight in the blistering heat, and then finally get to put our hands on that giant ram. Or
explain to people how hot it is out here in Nevada when you guys are looking for sheep, because I mean it's pretty hard to comprehend like the temperatures you guys are dealing with.
Yeah, upwards of 115. I mean, and
Like
multiple
legit
days in a row.
115.
Yeah, we've been out in that.
Well,
It's-
so hot to where your water, you can't drink it because it burns your lips out of your
yeah,
camelback.
That's hot.
My gosh.
Like
we sat on
hot.
we
you
sat on
drink
a
it,
ram
and
one
spit
year,
it back
and,
out.
just in these big lava rocks, and it was
Oh god.
it was like 3 days straight. We sat on that ram, and we were trying to build everything we could to build shade because there's no shade out there. So we're setting our packs on these rocks and using, raincoats or whatever we'd get out of our packs, just try to get out of the sun. And that was horrible.
Yep.
When was this?
2017.
You sitting on a ram waiting for
Waiting for a client to come
the
in.
hunter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was miserable.
yeah.
What about like taking a couple big tall tripods and setting those up and then trying to put like a bunch of like you said jackets or something like that around it to get shade, or is that
you
just
don't
too
carry
windy
jackets
sometimes?
in the summertime.
True. True. Yes. I'm used to these late
You
I
never
did
know when a
start
cold
bringing
snap's
things
coming
out.
through though, man.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to carry too much because it's that hot. Plus you're hiking in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to carry any extra, it's water. And then like I've adapted some different processes of keeping your water from getting too hot.
What was that doing? Like how are you doing that?
You can wrap it in your thermal, or in your puffy, or if you get like they have like insulated bladders, those work mediocre. Freezing stuff and wrapping it in like a bag, I take a dry bag and you put your frozen Gatorades and then you put your water bladder inside of that and then roll up your dry bag and hang that all together, and then you kind of have cold water for like half the day.
Half the
Yeah.
We did a heritage tag hunt with a guy named Jerry, and it was super hot year. And where this ram was that we wanted to hunt, you had to hike with Jerry. He was 69, I think, that year, and you had to hike 3 miles around. And I found this cave that was north facing, and it was out of the sun. So I said, and it was like 300 yards from the guzzler. So I was like, well, we're gonna go hike in here in the dark every day. Sit in that cave, because if not, you're going to kill yourselves out there hiking around. So every day we hiked in there in the dark. We hiked out in the dark. I'd bring in a backpack full of frozen water bottles. I mean, by midday they were hot. I mean, thawed out and hot.
even in that cave.
Even in that cave. I mean, it was so hot. And we did that every day. And it was an hour drive in or more than that from camp.
Yeah, it was an
I mean,
hour
we were
drive
getting
in,
like
hour
3
drive
hours
out.
of sleep a night. And this went on for 10 days.
To kill this ram?
Yeah,
To
he
kill
was
the
there
one
for
you
Not that
wanted?
10 days. He came back for another stint. That
But
ram
you
never
guys were
showed
there.
him.
But we were there for 15 days.
Yeah. And I mean, it was
We were
so
there
hot.
5 days early.
This is it's a pretty funny story. So it's so hot. We're so tired by like day 6 or 7. We're sitting in this cave and you can't stay awake at this point. So me and Jerry would take turns, and they're out glassing in different spots, and we'd take turns taking a nap. He'd be reading a book, but you couldn't take your eyes off the guzzler because at any moment a ram would show up. You wouldn't hear him coming or nothing. So, and I'm like laying on my back, I'm against my pack, and I'm sleeping, and something wakes me up, and I look down, and here's the back, 8 to 10 inches of a rattlesnake going under my back in this cave.
Oh,
And you're barefoot because you take off your shoes, you're just so hot.
Yeah.
I come running out of there barefoot, and Jerry looks up at me like, "What are you doing? You crazy?" I'm like, "There's a freaking rattlesnake going in there." And he's terrified of rattlesnakes, so he jumps up, and he's kind of a shorter guy. He jumps up and he just smashes his head on the top of the cave. We come out, we get the rattlesnake, we get him out of the cave.
Did you kill it?
We like chucked it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to really mess around with it too much. And the next day, I was like, "Jerry, we're going to take a break from the cave, and Blake and Rob will go sit in the cave, and we'll go hunt in different spots and just glass." And we get a picture from Blake, and he's like leaning back in the cave, looks up, and there's a piece of meat from Jerry's head hanging from the top of the cave.
What?
Are you serious?
He hit his head so hard. It was probably
gash
like
out
an
of his
inch
So it
long.
split his head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was meat and hair. I was like, that's hair. So I tasted
It's rough living in a cave in the
tasted it.
Oh
summertime.
man, miserable.
Did you guys kill the ram off that guzzler?
We killed so many. There were so many good rams in that year, and there was a ram that kept coming in. He's like a 9 or 10-year-old ram, flared, real pretty ram, and Jerry wanted to kill it. And I said, "Hey, we got this other ram in here that we want to kill," and he goes, "I'm crazy for not killing that ram," and he'd argue back and forth, and we had like 2 or 3 opportunities. Well, when he came back in, what was it, November? Yeah, he came back the first part of November, and we went hiking in there looking for the ram we were looking for, and I
Like
glassed
3 or
that
4
ram
days
up.
we were
Yeah.
looking again.
I glassed that ram up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to talk him out of it." And I said, "There's that ram," and I don't remember what I called it back. Well, we had like a nickname for it, but he just took his pack off, started getting his rifle out, and I was like, "Well, this is it," and he just hammered it. He was super happy, but there was just a stupid giant there that nobody ever ended up killing, but that was what we were trying to get.
He just disappeared.
Yeah, disappeared.
Does that happen often? Some of these big rams, you like find them and they're kind of disappearing, or they
That's
kind
really
of
the only ram
able to
that's
pattern
done
them?
it to us.
That's the only ram that did the full on Houdini and
Never showed back up.
Oh
Never,
man, this
ever.
ram is just
How
Not
far do you
even
think
a
he's
year after?
traveling? Like any idea maybe?
he died.
You think so?
He died.
one of the guzzlers dried up there that year. Well, it filled with sand. It got flooded out, and there's 2 guzzlers pretty close, and he hit it, and he was like pawing at it, and then he left, and he hit the other guzzler, and then we never saw him again. And then we had to pull cameras. That was the first year we had the camera
Oh,
lot
right.
too.
Yeah.
Nevada instilled you got to pull the cameras.
Yeah.
The day before we pulled cameras, I was sitting on hunting Beef Jerky Ridge, and I seen him coming down a ridge, coming down to go into that cane where that guzzler was, and then that was the last I ever seen him.
Yeah.
So these guzzlers then are pretty important out there for sheep and other wildlife,
Yeah,
and
yeah, very.
and they've been going dry quite frequently, or is it?
During the drought, yeah.
Started,
Yeah, we've been having a pretty bad drought here.
2000, was it 19 or 20? It was 19 when
19 was 18, 19 was the first real
19's
hard
when
drought.
we lost a bunch of rams in one of our like top units here. And
Yeah.
like a lot of mature rams.
And
And
is that the year we were flying water in with the helicopter in the
flew-
wilderness because you can't.
That was
can't
the
haul
next
water.
year.
Is that year? Or is that
That was the
year?
next
next year, and
After
then they
that?
started going dry again.
Yeah.
It was like 2 or 3 years in a row that
Yeah, that was rough, man. It's been rough until last year and this year. So with these sheep, like you guys keep talking about the heritage tag and staying out there. What's the strategy with sheep in Nevada? Like, what's your guys' strategy with the heritage tag?
To get them killed?
No, like just overall. You guys get the heritage hunter. He calls you, says, "Hey, I bought the tag, and I want you guys to take me." Like, where do you guys start? You guys start looking day one because they don't shed their horns, or what do you guys?
we're always out looking.
Yeah.
But really, like those big rams, because they get so spread out, especially like this year.
Yeah.
You get so much water. They're everywhere. They're so spread out, and these rams will get down these low rollers and get lazy, and it's pretty hard to find them. Yeah. As soon as it starts getting warm and hot, we'll start putting cameras out. We'll start doing a ton more glassing, and we typically don't see our mature rams till like some of the mature rams won't show up till like mid-July. You know,
Pre-rut. Is it for the
pre-rut.
heat or is it pre-rut?
The heat. We
That's
need
the
to have
main
like
thing.
we need to have like we always say like 2 or 3 days where you'll have 3 days in a row 100 degrees. It's crazy. It's still hot out there, but it takes like that for some of these mature rams to show up on water.
Yeah, it's so interesting to just talk through it because we don't, you know what I mean? Like
You guys are out there living
don't
it.
get to ever
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
So that's what you guys are looking for is 2, 3, 4 days of 100+ degrees.
That's
no
when
rain.
they'll start showing up on the guzzlers. Yeah. Yeah. But if you get rain and it's still that hot, they don't have to go to the water.
They will get lazy.
During the winter, yeah, they to pull away from.
Like even in the summer. So if they're somewhere in the summer and it starts raining, even though it's 115 the next day, they won't leave.
They just won't go to the water source.
Yeah,
They'll
there's
still
so
kinda be
many
in that
water
country.
pockets in the mountains themselves, like
Yeah,
and
in
in
the
the
desert.
vegetation, like they adapt super well to pulling water out of veg. I feel like
Yeah.
even the grass, obviously cactus. When we've had big rams never even hit the guzzler that had to be living off of cactus.
Like barrel cactus. Yeah.
Like we had
I've seen
every
them.
cameras, like every water camered, and we were all out there glassing around the water source, and the ram would never hit it, but then would just show up, mountain ewes, chasing them. It's like,
Yeah. That
where
ram
have
was-
you been?
There was one ram in particular that we
Never saw.
in the 2 years that we really were looking for him on cameras, we had him maybe twice on camera. And we even had there's seeps in there that we know about we had covered. He just never would hit water.
Yep.
And the thing about the desert too is the second it rains, rock holds water.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like you get all kinds of little water pockets.
Tons.
So you guys sitting
That
up
is
there with
tough.
like big glass a lot of times, or glass from a long distance, or you're actually getting into the mountains and trying to find these
Both.
little pockets?
Yeah, we both carry big glass, and then we'll have 15s or 12s on our chest and tripods, and kind of go from there.
You guys are probably talking to sheep hunters, especially like desert sheep hunters. Like, cause I've been on a doll hunt. I mean, finding a white ram on a green hillside. Don't need the biggest glass on the planet for that. But desert hunting, like when I was in New Mexico, you guys are probably the most seasoned glassers out there. I mean, I feel like deserts blend in, and what they live in is like incredibly hard, and heat waves, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So what's your guys' take on glass? Like, what do you guys, what's your go-to?
My go-to is I run the twins, so the twin Swaro setup.
That setup is pretty slick.
Yeah.
We went out
It's-
there that one
yeah.
time. Like that is,
I couldn't talk you into it though.
I know. I had to go BTX instead. You tried to tell me I should do the twins.
That's what happened with. So he went twins. I went BTX. And
What'd you just buy?
I just switched.
You just switched.
Why?
Well, yeah,
Because
explain all
we,
that.
we glass and guide all year together, and those are. I mean, in my opinion, those are.
What's the price difference setting up a twins? Do you do the 65s, 85s? What do you
I
do?
do
65s?
65s, yeah.
They have to be 65s, right? Because
No,
the other ones can't
a
sit
new
close
company
enough?
is making
The 80s.
80s, and then they have the 85 koas or 88 koas that they're doing. So you can make. I mean, it matters what your eyes are.
and they,
Yeah.
and they have to be straight, right? You can't use angled.
Yeah.
Well, they have to have that little offset.
The offset, yeah. That's why the swords work really well.
They
So what's the price difference?
only
Minimal. Like,
$500, not even.
well,
The twins is 500 more expensive.
What is the BTX? What's the BTX 95 go for right now?
I could pull it up real quick.
Hey, Paul, Cody, what's BTX 95 go for?
I know
'Cause
you
the
can get the twins built right now from a guy online. You can get them for 56.
total
56 total built, ready to go.
yeah.
on the platform and everything.
A 95
Yeah.
millimeter objective is
$22.99. for that.
2300.
Yeah,
And then it's what 28 for BTX, right?
yeah. So you're cheaper in the twins. I'm not a math guy. I'm terrible at doing math, so don't take my word for it.
I
Before
think
we
that
check this, but
Adam's Adapters place is. I think it's like $6,500. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's your guys' go-to for big glass. is the-
Yeah.
And it's nice too because you
fine
do have,
now.
you can zoom in then.
yes.
For
And that's
BTX,
that
I'm
was my
fixed.
problem. That fixed 35 was too much. I just end up using it as a spotter, and I always use my 15s. I mean, 15s, I love 15s.
Yeah.
There's no replacing 15s, but I would just never. I hardly glassed from it. I did glass from it, don't get me wrong, but I hardly did. I ended up using a doubler on it and using it as a spotter. And I'm like,
And the weight difference is like literally a half pound, I believe.
Yeah.
Like it's not much.
The twins are a half pound heavier.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're this big.
they're less awkward of a.
They are
fit in your
they are
pack
less
better.
awkward. I've been around one guy with twins, and it's an interesting little setup. Like it's pretty cool. No question. It's
Do you
pretty
think
cool.
you're using those more than your Koas, your Highlander?
Yeah, I let someone use my Highlanders for like 4 months.
Yeah, that guy over there sitting to our left, Mr. Cody, huh?
Cody pseudo stole them from you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, they're great. The Highlanders are awesome. Like, don't get me wrong. And on a really windy day, the Highlanders will come out.
Because it's so heavy and
they're
stable.
13 pounds. You put them on a 9 pound tripod. Like, it's stable.
Yeah.
But
You ain't backpacking with those
Yeah,
suckers.
hell no.
Those things are heavy.
I mean, you could backpack with them.
Oh, he has.
You could try.
Yeah, I've been sent places.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I was like, we had that discussion a long time because you had both your twins and you had the Koas out there. And that was the time period I was thinking about getting some big eyes. And I just still love the modularity I can get with my Swaro. Because for me, I don't do what you guys do, I guess. So like my hunts are a little bit different because I backpack a lot. So I could take my 115 off, get the 65 on there,
Yep.
not take the BTX and use the ATX IPs. So modularity to me was the leaning factor. But if I did what you guys do,
You have
probably those twins are going to be a game changer because
Yeah.
you guys are so specialized, I think. That's why Lorenzo was saying, like, you guys' glassing techniques
That's
is probably
so
honed
with
in.
sheep too. Like, I wouldn't call myself even close to a professional of a sheep hunter or hunter in general for that matter. But noticing, like, if you're looking for a specific deer, noticing him in a BTX is like super easy. And bull elk could be right. Antelope's a little tougher, but you can still tell. Sheep, do you have to be able to zoom in to make sure it's like the ram? Or are you guys looking for sheep that are just so far over and above? Because that's what you're saying, you don't like that you can't zoom. And I have the same issue with my BTX. So I went to BTX as well. And I don't like that I can't zoom, but for everything that I hunt, I don't really need to. Like I can,
You're looking for that frame. You can tell it's
you
big.
can tell. Like if it's the deer I'm looking for,
Yeah.
you know, or the bull I'm looking for. Like we were looking for a bull in Utah this year that my dad ended up killing, and like I mean, you just immediately knew it was him. I didn't need to zoom. You know what I mean? Because their antler configurations are, but sheep. I mean, they all got the twisted horns. You guys notice immediately, or you guys?
We can if it's a target round. But
Yeah.
What I meant by the not that I can't zoom, the 35 power was too much for me to.
Some of the cams are too tight.
Yeah, and just the field of view. I just didn't like glassing.
Field of view is small.
And those
I'll
at
give you
25
that too.
power on the twins, the 25 by 50 wise,
Backing out to 25.
they can take the place of your 15s. They're so good.
Yeah, I swapped. I didn't carry my 15s at all last year. It's 12s. I got the NL 12s.
Yeah.
And I rent 12s and twins. But I do carry my 95 still.
Just because.
I just in case
Just
I
to
need
get a
to
good workout?
zoom in. Yeah.
We
Get
had
a little
times,
lake pump.
the light gathering is unreal with those. I mean, we had times we're all glassing, all sitting up in different high points, kind of scouting for deer, trying to find a certain buck. And Blake's like, I got him. And none of us can even see out of our 15 jet. We're like, what do you mean you got him? We can't even I got him. And
The light gathering is incredible.
It's insane.
It's incredible. And then you go to the 115 and it's like,
when I first got the twins, I went out and I was looking for sheep, and the light was too bright. Like my eyes were watering, like just like billowing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's wrong with my eyes?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, try to push it up, make it look like sweat. Like,
You're working hard.
I'm not crying. I swear I'm not crying.
You're crying. I'm not crying.
but
How are you liking the 12s?
they're awesome.
They
They are awesome.
That's what I went to. I went to 12s in the BTX. I used to have 15 in a big spotter. Then I went 12s in
What
the
did you
BTX.
do for a tripod mount?
The Siriu VA5 head?
No, like the
bino adapter.
The bino mount to the adapter. I'm using that adapter.
The dead on?
The dead on one.
Yeah.
I went to the Asiac.
Yeah, we just started carrying the
barrel.
Asiac. It's like
It's sick.
it's like a 3D printed.
Sold.
Yeah, I will tell you though. So when I was down in Sonora, mine broke. So it is. I think it's a high grade. Paul, what is it? Plastic? What is it? High grade plastic. And mine did bust. So I am very known to be pretty rough on equipment.
I've seen your spotters before when you like throw
my
them
whole
on a
thing
four-wheeler.
is if I'm buying something to help me do what I want to do, I shouldn't have to baby it. I shouldn't have right. It should help me. I should be more efficient with this thing.
I'm not that way. I'm soft on my stuff.
See,
but this guy on the other hand,
Yeah, I believe it should. I mean, if that's what you're paying for, right? It should be. If it's a hunting piece of equipment, like it should be able to go hunting.
Yeah.
Now, granted, do I take advantage of it sometimes? Yeah, like in this instance. So I'm down in Sonora and I'm going between BTX and those 12s because I found a coos deer and I wanted to look at it, see how big it was. So I go to take off my binos from that Asiac, from the attachment of the Asiac, take my binos off and I toss it on my backpack. But it's so rocky down there. It must have hit just perfectly. And I'm tossing it I'm not as tall as you guys, right? But like tossing it from 2-3 feet in the air. And I just go to tossing on my backpack and that clip must have hit a rock first before like the actual body of my binos hit my backpack. Must have hit just right and it popped a piece of the plastic and then it broke. So like, was I a little too rough on it? Probably, but I was in a hurry trying to get everything situated so I could get on the coos. Coos don't stay in the sunlight.
Happens.
Yeah, like they don't stay out for very long and the little bastards go into a grass patch and you can't see them anymore. So I'm like rushed, you know what I mean? So I did that and it popped. So anyways, that's my only complaint is like, it broke really easy, I feel like very easy. But other than that, I love it. It's awesome. Super light, doesn't add any weight, still fits in the bino harness. Like incredible piece. It must have hit just right.
I'm gonna give it a try.
It's awesome.
I've lost that screw 3 times last season,
really?
and I'm just like panicking. Like I found it every time. I'm like, good thing I can look.
Yeah, but it's a panic when.
Yeah,
when that happened to me down there. I'm like, well, now what?
Yeah. What do you do now? Take some duct tape out
glassing with BTX, which isn't bad, but the field of view, like that was a little rough.
You run a 95?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 95 on the BTX.
Yeah.
Do you carry an eyepiece with you?
No.
So I've started to carry an eyepiece as well.
Yeah, you
I
told
carry
me that, and I thought it was interesting. I don't know why I haven't thought of it or haven't done it, but
the
no, I haven't done
ATX
it yet.
eyepiece is not that heavy at all.
No.
So it's like I can easily, suck it up and carry that plus the BTX. And that way I can glass with the BTX, locate something. Yeah, I can see frame or whatever. Swap that out, put the ATX on there, zoom in, and then get some digiscope. It's so much easier to digiscope
What
to
I
an
found
ATX compared to BTX.
Yes, for sure. What I found with the 12 Pures though is like, it facilitates like the glassing, like easily glassing, going from BTX to switching that eyepiece over.
Yep.
It's like, I just go from that to the BTX, you know what I mean? Go from a 12 to a 35. It's worked really well for me.
Yep.
So you guys like taking a big inventory of sheep when you go out there too? Like you're digiscoping everything, checking out rams for future years, and just your phone's probably just, you could probably sit there and scroll forever of sheep pictures, videos.
My phone's full right now.
Full. That's the cool thing about sheep.
Yeah.
That is a cool thing. Honestly, like that'll get you into them.
Yeah. It's a bummer though when you see a ram and you're like, oh, that ram's 4. I want to see that ram, in 5 years.
Yeah.
Then like that next season that pops up, you're like, and he's dead.
Yeah.
They're that fragile?
No,
like
people kill
someone
them.
else kills
Like,
them.
no one,
your average Joe doesn't know how to age
for sure.
Yeah.
Age
I
classes.
honestly, my mind didn't even go there because
We try to stress that with everybody. Age matters.
Yes.
Nothing cooler than an old ram.
Yeah.
All
Nothing
score
cooler
aside,
than an old
nothing
animal
cooler
in
than
general.
Old ram, yeah.
10
They're
plus
just
years
easier to
older.
score,
Yeah, like,
I mean, the
nothing
age,
better.
yeah.
And what is that? I think I was looking at the harvest reports before. Like most guys are killing rams within a couple of days when they have, like general people have these tags.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah.
Well,
That's-
the average ram killed. This is the other cool thing about sheep for me, because I'm a data guy, right? Data driven, Go Hunt Insider, everything's data driven. I like that you have to check sheep in and they measure your rams, so you can check all these states, the average base, the average length, the average this, all this stuff. I mean, granted, not everybody knows how to score a ram technically, but you can get a good feel. And I think our average is like 152 or 3, something like that.
Dropped this
It
year
was.
It did drop.
to 150.
150.
Really?
Yeah.
So we dropped that much
3
in
points.
average.
Yeah, there was only 7 rams killed over 170 this year. 1 at 180, and then just the rest were mid 70 or lower.
There's only 3 rams
There
killed
was
over.
7 over 170
Okay.
statewide.
I mean, a few years ago, there was 7 in 1 unit over 170.
So you guys have seen it change that much.
Oh yeah.
Drought's
We
really
had
been really
a
rough.
big age class die off in one of our premier units. Actually, I want to say in 2 of our premier units. I just haven't done enough hiking in that unit to verify it. But I know one of our units, I personally have done some hiking through there and have came across a lot of dead sheep.
What do you think the reason is for that?
Drought, malnourishment, and then in 3 years of it, their feed's got to be just junk, right?
Yeah,
And
so,
then-
so they might have water from a guzzler, and yes,
Yeah.
we can go in there and helicopter guzzler or go fill up a guzzler or repair a guzzler, but we can't grow feed
no.
Nope.
because of the drought.
Yep.
And
So
I
you have
mean,
water,
they're-
but you have nothing around there to support
Nothing
them.
to
So they might be traveling back and forth, and that's a long time to get from one guzzler to the next water source. And that's maybe where they're dying off then.
Yep.
And then they get so, I think they're getting so malnourished, and we've seen them, they're super skinny. They were this year. They're going to be real
Yeah,
healthy with all the moisture we've had, and then they go into the rut, and I think it's killing them. They're a 10-year-old ram in that poor shape goes and puts himself through that much stress. He's not going to survive that.
Do you think there needs to be more like public education then on how to go about aging rams and just educating people on letting some of these younger ones go and try to hold up for the
100%.
bigger ones? Like
That
a
goes-
state,
there needs to be
like
more
a state
public
course,
information
maybe.
on hunting.
Well, we just
across the
started
board.
that, so they just passed that where they're making the
Tag holders take the class.
class again. It's
Okay.
mandatory again.
Yep, that's good.
It's a tall ask though, because it's not an opportunistic animal. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's a tough ask to get people to buy into learning about it, right? They got their once in a lifetime tag.
And they
It's
just
like-
want to maybe go out and just get a sheep. Like
And
they
it-
might not really care about the age and don't understand that's going to matter to pay attention
And it's
to the
also
age.
a known thing. Like it takes a long time to draw a sheep tag. Yeah, you can get lucky like
Yeah.
I did, and it happens, but that's definitely like the exception to the rule. I mean, for the most part, everybody knows you're going to be like well into your older age by the time you get a sheep tag.
If-
not all those guys can go, not all
you
those
get
guys
it,
can
you
spend
know.
the time. Not all those guys can, and it's
but-
like, and it's your once in a lifetime tag. It's like your chance to kill a desert sheep. You're gonna kill.
Yeah, you don't
And
want to.
again, though, are you wanting to the kill part of it? Or are you wanting the hunt side of it?
Yeah.
That's I think it's up to the individual, and I don't fault anybody for whatever their choice. My choice would be the hunt, but I am very capable of doing what I would need to do to enjoy the hunt. Not everybody is in that situation, right? So it's like they want to kill, like, they define success as killing. I do not. I define it as loving it enough that I can't wait to do it again. Like that's success in my definition. But it's a tall ask to get people to buy into that with sheep. It's really tough. Now, what you could do is make a legal ram requirement. Like a lot of the up north states got to break the bridge in the nose, which is very tough with deserts.
Yeah, you
got to
can't
do
do
this,
that.
got to do that. Not everybody's going to know how to age sheep.
We
That's
used
kind
to
of
have
a learned
that here.
skill.
It was 7 years old or over 144, I believe is what it used to be.
Yeah.
That was like in the I want to say mid to early 90s. I can't remember when they got rid of it. But you're asking a lot there for guys that don't know sheep to try to say, well, I think he's over 7.
And you're essentially
and then it becomes a really scary thought in your head too. Like, what happens if I kill someone that's younger or doesn't meet that? What kind of repercussions?
And you're essentially forcing a lot of them to go guided, which maybe some people don't, which, right? You get into an argument there too. It's like, if you draw a sheep tag.
After age class die off too, like we had, like, I mean, we were struggling to find a 7-year-old ram.
Oh, it was tough.
Like,
really?
20 days in that unit hunting between 3 hunts that we had in there. And man, it was hard to find just a good ram or an old ram.
Wow.
I wonder too, people are killing really quickly. Are they doing a lot of pre-scouting then? Do they actually know their ram, or is it still just...
There was nobody else scouting. We didn't hardly see anybody scouting this year.
This year we didn't see no cameras. I mean, very, very little cameras.
What's our rules again? August 1st, they got to be pulled?
Yes.
Yeah.
And when can you put them back out?
January 1st.
After I think the last big game season, you can start them.
You can start them out again.
Yeah.
So you guys are running
'cause
cameras.
They changed that this year for... It was January 1st, but now...
ram, probably. That's another season. I don't know. We don't put them out until it gets hot.
Yeah.
June.
Until it gets hot.
Earliest is June.
Yeah, so you guys are running them June through August 1st.
Mm-hmm. And then we've learned that you have to glass. We found a lot of rams that we don't even have on. You have to be out there glassing. You're going to miss sheep.
Yeah, so when I was talking about strategy, that's like... So you guys are relying on glass primarily.
Yeah.
And getting lucky through a trail cam pick somehow.
Yeah. We do find, a lot of rams on camera too, but there are, especially years like this last year.
We've killed 2 rams that we found
that were never on camera. Or
no,
on camera, even with heritage tag.
Yeah, we've killed 2 rams with a heritage tag that we found on camera first.
Yeah.
Everything else we've glassed up first.
Yeah.
And they're looking for other rams and like, well, where'd that ram come from? He's a giant, and
that'll do.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah,
like
that'll
you're in
do.
an area and all of a sudden it's a slob that shows up.
when the rut hits, yeah. Yeah.
They travel far. Really far.
It's really cool.
That's the cool thing about sheep is you never know what's going to, when that rut hits and it's real, it gets going and you don't know what's going to show up.
I mean, I get the allure to it for sure. It's just as a hunter, it's probably not going to happen. It's sad to say.
I want to get in some juicy topics.
Uh-oh.
So
I was going to ask one question. So we're obviously in the desert. You guys are like the desert professionals being with sheep so much. Would you guys attribute like our droughts the same way a hard winter would hit Wyoming or Montana? Like how they have winter kill, you guys are saying we have summer kill. So it's kind of one and the same there?
Not until these last 3 years.
Not until these last 3 years at all.
So before that, you really weren't seeing much until this drought. Big droughts.
No.
I mean, these are huge droughts that we just got through.
I mean,
record-breaking droughts.
Look at Lake Mead and what they're finding down there.
So it was, what was it, 16 through 20? Was that were those the years that it was really bad?
No.
17 through 20?
I would say 18, 19. 18 was like the first, kind of, okay, we need to check stuff up. And then the drought, was kind of there. And then 19, 20, 21 was
19,
bad.
we had that 200 and something days with no rain.
That's
when it really
that's
hit.
what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the year that Lake Mead got crushed.
Yeah.
And then we did the mandatory only water 1 day a week in the winter, like Vegas did, right?
Yeah.
That's when
we were the only state that did that, but
yeah, exactly.
Everyone else should do as well.
Yeah, everyone else can do whatever they want, but
yeah, everyone can, especially California, do whatever you want. Wash your truck 9 times in a day, but we can only water, which I don't really give a shit, but
no, it's smart for us.
It's
everyone
great
else
for
just
us, but
follow along.
why doesn't anybody else buy into this whole thing?
That's why I save water by not showering too often.
I don't know if
saving
that's
the
smart. I don't know.
I do the same with my teeth. I only brush my teeth once a month, whether I need it or not. You know?
Liver King style, man.
Oh God,
love it.
that fucking guy.
That guy. I gave him a shout out on the last.
Yeah, we've been
last
talking
one.
to him a lot lately.
I gave him a shout out on the last one. We were talking about like genetically enhanced animals.
Yeah,
it's like, man, if you can look at Liver King when he was saying he was natural, if you can look at him and not think he's lying. It's the same thing with animals. Like if you shoot an animal and you try to tell me it's not genetically enhanced, it's like, bro, really?
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
That guy lost my respect when he was chasing sheep through Valley Fire State
horrible.
Park. If I would have seen that,
Horrible.
you would have seen
I was so
Blake
pissed. I
didn't
on
see that.
Liver King live.
I was so pissed.
Making haymakers,
I agree.
dude.
Totally agree. Stressing those
During our
animals
drought.
out. Yeah,
During our
stressing
drought,
them out
chase
for
them off the guzzler.
the fact of an Instagram, which Instagram has, social media in general, which is why I'm not on it anymore, has ruined everything. But that's like a great example, man. It's like all for the moment. Now imagine like some of these hunters that do some shit just for the moment.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. No. Anyways, what were you going to get into? I wanted to ask that question about like winter, summer kill, right? Because I mean, it's a real thing for us down here. Which these last 2 years, knock on wood, the last 2 years have been good.
And now it's really concerning too. What's happening? Wyoming, Idaho.
Well, they're feeding in northern Utah.
Utah's in the supplemental feeding
in Wyoming. Or are they feeding in Wyoming? Or are they talking about feeding?
I think they're talking about it. I know Idaho's talking about right now that they don't need to quite yet, and there's reasons they have you don't have to, and it's not good. But yeah, it's concerning.
It is to come off drought years and then to go into that. It's a weird. It's a weird stuff going on.
So the first juicy one I wanted to ask, since you guys are out there all the time sheep hunting, Nevada, we have these GOHUNTs.
Yeah, we've been like just kind of easing the grease here, just trying to get to.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get the conversation going a little bit until we get into here. So you
guys have been nice and calm so far and soft spoken.
Yeah, and you guys can just lay it out for me. What is your opinion on Nevada specifically having these GOHUNTs? What do you think it's doing?
We have two different opinions on that.
Okay.
I usually win because I can manhandle Colby pretty easy.
Okay. You guys have to do it right now. You totally can. You guys are sitting close enough to me.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
I believe they are a necessity in certain units, in certain areas, and they need to be pinpointed.
What about certain years? Or do you think
that's too much? That's too much resource they're going to have to pull to get that data to make that a thing. Yeah. That's how I see that.
Yeah. So you're mainly worried about if it's a drought, overpopulation, they're going to die off, or diseases, or what's your...
Yeah. Well, obviously numbers is the main reason we're having those, because we have an overpopulation. But what we're seeing, and I'll say the units directly, in the muddies, we have an overpopulation, not an overpopulation, but we have a high population of sheep in there.
Yep.
In certain areas. In other areas where we had these die-offs, they don't have but 10 ewes.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen people hunting over there for ewes. I actually went and talked to him. I was like, dude, I explained everything to him. I showed him pictures. I said, hey, don't hunt over here. We have zero population issues over here. Now over on this ridge or this area, they are drinking that guzzler dry.
So it could be maybe smaller units, you're saying, to separate out the herds.
Or, just where we have our problems of guzzlers going dry, food resources going thin. Make it, pinpoint it.
Yep.
Pinpoint that hunt for that. They're like you do a depth tag. That would be more beneficial for the herd to do it like that.
And the other argument people say is, instead of hunting them, why can't we transplant?
Because it's $7,000 to transplant a sheep.
I want to get into that, but I want to hear your side, your take.
Well, forever I was anti-use hunting, right? I was.
Bad.
I've argued with the biologists, and we talk to them all. We work with the biologists all the time, and I'm like, look, I've been against it until we had this drought and we've lost all these sheep. Now I'm like, hey, if we're gonna have in the muddies, I can see it, because even though, like we said, we were out there 20 plus days during the hunting season and we couldn't find any mature rams, we still seen a lot of sheep. I mean, there was a crazy amount of sheep in there. Do I think they should give out 82 ewe tags and 43 ram tags? No.
That's a lot of sheep.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for credibility's sake, the reason why we want to get in this stuff with these guys, sheep hunters and sheep guides specifically, you guys are extremely close with biologists because it is such a tight knit thing, right? You guys, anecdotally, what sheep guides find is very real to what's going on in the real world. Well, that's a lot harder with deer and elk and some of the species that are more spread out, right?
For the sake of conservation.
And this is what I'm getting, the whole cult thing of sheep. This is why it's really cool and why we want to get into this management stuff with you guys. Because sheep guides, specifically the ones that are going after the heritage tag, because you guys spend so much time with a lot of effort and a lot of resource out there, right? Because the hunters are paying for massive amount of resources to find the biggest sheep in the state. This is why the heritage tag is interesting in that fact, right? What you guys get to learn about the animals being backed by the hunter who wants to find the biggest ram in the state. You guys get to see a lot of shit and be involved in a lot of stuff, and then talk to a biologist about something that's so small, it's easily communicated on what the overall goal should be, right? Because the resource is so limited. So with you guys, with you guys being in that and being so close to the biologist, you guys have had those conversations, right? About
numerous
tags
times.
Yeah.
right?
Which I think you should. I think they should. I think more states should use these hunters guides as
Completely
management
agree.
strategies, because they're there every day. They see everything real life, and it's not an extra effort that the state has to put a bunch of money towards. These guys are out there doing it.
And that's so sheep, like I think sheep should be the golden child of that, right? Like you guys working with the biologist should be kind of like the golden child for the rest of the species, and the other outfitters to work with him to manage for the best situation possible, which I don't think happens very much, right? But anyways, we'll get more into all that stuff, but that was just for the credibility backing of you guys, you know.
And our biologists, I mean, the fact that they show us just as much as respect as we show them, and
They
That's what I love about
they
the sheep
are
culture.
good. I don't know if it's their hands are tied with like some of the things that we suggest or say or this or that, because there's a lot of political stuff that like they can't just do.
Amounts.
Yeah. Like for instance, like when they started doing the water flies, like, me and Colby called them like, dude, we have sheep right here
2 years in a row,
pawing.
the first guzzlers that dried up. We were setting cameras. He found the very first one in the McCulloughs that was really bad. He called me. He goes, dude, what do we do? There was lambs. And
Pawing.
we have a problem with lamb surviving anyways because of
hooving?
pneumonia.
Hooving,
And they were
pawing?
Yeah, it was the lamb was pawing at the drinker, and I was like, dude, I'll call Pat. Pat Cummins is retired, but he was our main sheep biologist,
Yeah.
and he was awesome. And they flew right then. And then they didn't stop flying for the
that's
entire
awesome.
summer.
That's
That's
awesome.
super cool.
That's incredible. And I love that like the culture of sheep from the outside in, like being in the hunting industry, and this culture of sheep is incredible. Canada has it, right, with all their thin horn sheep. We have it with our deserts. It's really cool. But to the point of the like politics, right, with why aren't we transplanting sheep? Because this is a really interesting thing in my perspective from the outside looking in. So it's the most well-funded species, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just overall, you look at the industry of sheep. It's the most expensive. It is the highest bids for these tags that go at live auction. It's WSF is one of the best donation recruitment, whatever you call it, recruitments or what do you call it, like fraternities or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
all the state-based local sheep foundations,
The
like
chapters,
all the chapters, they're the best, the most financed. And then Brendan Burns at KUIU has proven that the sheep fanatics and that the sheep industry, culture, whatever you want to call it, the brotherhood of the sheep, they are willing to pay for these transplants, and they can do it without the government, without people getting in the way.
They did
and
really good job with that conservation direct.
they did an amazing thing with that, right?
With sheep transplants in the new areas.
In new areas, correct. So the transplant is an interesting conversation because like I think you could raise the money for sheep transplants so easily.
You could.
So instead of doing these hunts, right? And it's like, right, you not to turn into like a complete trophy hunter mindset here, but we have some amazing genetics for Nelson Rams, right?
Oh yeah.
Like amazing genetics. Why aren't we using some of our ewes to transplant some of these genetics to get sheep on more ranges? Because you guys will probably know better than me, but I know on the surface level, Nevada has more desert sheep than all the other states added together.
Yeah.
So we alone have more desert sheep than all the other states that have desert sheep. Add them all up together, and we have more
And I believe we give out more ram tags as well.
than all the other states
Yeah.
added
Combined.
together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So why aren't we could fund the sheep transplants and make it more opportunistic, I feel like.
It's disease.
Yeah,
Disease.
that
the
comes into
That's
that.
the second. Yeah. The
Our
disease.
the only units that they'll tell you don't have it is the muddies and the blacks. And we are transplanting to Utah, but they will not. Well, my argument for a while was like, well, if you're going to kill them, I mean, because we know that there's a percentage that survive the disease, and so if you're going to kill them, what's the difference of killing them or transplanting? Like, so let's take some from the muddies and let's put them in the springs. I mean, let them at least have a chance to survive.
Chance, you know.
Yeah.
But they said that's like, I don't know. They said they can't do that.
Yeah, you got to talk with a biologist and people that do the studies on that. Because so I ran into on the mountain with these 3 girls randomly that were doing a sheep study, and they were like, they did studies for each sickness that the sheep have. So like each herd has their own sickness.
Their
they're
own
saying.
thing.
It's
It's all a different strain.
It's all a different strain. And
It's like the coronavirus.
exactly. Like so,
Now we're gonna get flagged. And
Yeah,
the
now we're gonna
corona,
get flagged.
corona
And
warning's
it's-
gonna be
We're
on
gonna
there.
get the COVID fact check.
Yeah.
so you one species or one herd of sheep might be able to handle this type of
Strand or whatever.
yeah, this type of was it Ovis pneumonia ultraplasma 2, and then there's like I don't know all the nomenclature for each one, but like they
You're using some big words, man. You sound smart right now.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
fuck
He's built his head up so
I
big, now
know.
you lost his train of thought.
words. So they can't put them into each different unit because they're
Yeah.
gonna have die-offs that they, like say this herd can handle that, but this one no. So they need like if they did have the funding, if they did the science behind it and like did all the research to say, hey, like we took muddy sheep and put them in the springs and they would have a 60% survival rate, let's do it. But then I see, like you said, springs, and I'm like, okay, well, they're going to California next drought. You know, it's like they leave.
They are close
And
enough.
then, I don't want to give California anything. So
Me either.
we
I
got
won't even vacation in California. They don't get my money.
yeah. But then, so like there has to be research behind it, but I would be all for that.
And I think you could fund the research. I mean, I think that you would have enough donors to do it.
Yeah. I think sometimes too, the hard side is then you have the political side like we're talking about. So you have these people who might, their whole livelihood might be running domestic sheep in some of these mountain ranges. So then you have to have the conversation to talk to them, be like, hey, if we're going to reintroduce sheep, you're basically going to have to try to cut their business away from them, which also comes into, is that something that should be allowed? Like that's a big barrier to someone's livelihood to put the sheep in there, and they have to understand that.
It's tough.
And another one,
It is, it is not as simple as I am making it to sound.
Yeah.
The simplicity in what I'm saying is I think you could get the brotherhood to fund it. I think the sheep have a deep enough culture and resource to it that they could do it. I think they could
you
pull
first
it
have to
off.
start off to see who would want that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that love the U-Hunt.
Yeah.
There's people that are all about it. They put in for it every time they can.
Why do they got to take your points for if they're really trying to kill them though? Like, why do they got to take your points for it? You got to burn your
Thank
points.
God.
Like,
Well, here's
it's getting people out of the pool for sure. But like,
it's crazy though. We have a separate points pool now for the U's. Like I'm a max point holder for you. And I have a very hard, I still put in for it every year because I'm like, that's money I'm giving to the state. But I have a hard time actually putting to the draw.
I put in for it.
I just build points. I'm a max point holder and haven't
you
put
were
in.
against it. Now you put in for it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna throw that tag in the trash.
You're one of the
Okay.
PETA guys for
Saving
the
one.
grizzly
I'm
tags.
saving one.
You're a PETA guy for the grizzly tags.
Oh, okay.
All the PETA people applied for the grizzlies. So
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing
So
I
when
heard
they opened
too.
up the Grizz tag, it was flooded with applicants, and it was a bunch of PETA people. So that if they drew it, they would just throw the tag in the trash.
Yeah,
You're one of those guys.
only for the U-Hunts.
What do you think about this then too? So guy draws a U tag, doesn't really know about sheep because they're hunting sheep. Do you think there is potential for young rams to
Every
get
year.
harvested because they do look very similar?
The lamb rams.
That
Yeah.
happens every year.
every year.
Lamb rams
So
are.
that's also
identical
the
to a
issue
ewe.
of having these U hunts too. That I think needs to be discussed
The
maybe more.
first year of that U-Hunt, or the second year of the U-Hunt, we came across like 3 just left.
Someone
'Cause they're not
walks
gonna-
up to them. They're not going to. Yeah, they're not going
If
to
you
turn themselves in.
And that's it's another sketchy area because like if some guy goes and tells on himself, he's getting a fine
Oh yeah.
and he's getting it taken away. So now we have 2 or 3 dead rams. Those are the ones we found hiking through.
Yeah.
And now
And they're probably still taking you after facts. They're taking
Boom.
multiple sheep.
like
The lamb
Yeah.
rams are identical to ewes. They are very close. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, like a seasoned, we would be able to tell the difference. But like, I mean, when you're drawing a U tag because you don't care about
yeah.
points, and I don't know.
Yeah, and you're looking
Not
at them,
to
you're like,
generalize
you're not
the
checking
type
out
of
the
hunter.
backside to see if those, big little
Yeah.
nuts are hanging down. But
Yeah.
Yep.
It is interesting though. It's like so do they do the class for the U tags in?
They
they
do.
do.
They had an
I think they
online
do.
class.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, who's
They
I don't
do it
know.
online now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's meant. It probably is. I couldn't tell you on the U.
yeah, I don't. Like I said, I haven't really looked into it because I've never actually been one to put into the draw. I just build points. I don't know. It's a
U tag? Yeah, that's a tough one for me.
do you apply for you?
No, I don't agree with the U hunt.
I
I don't agree.
For-
With
for all the
its
reasons we
purpose,
discussed, or is
but
there a
I
different
don't
reason?
apply for it.
I feel like you should exercise every opportunity out there before you were to do something like that on a resource that is so finite already. Mm-hmm. So, and I think if you turned it over to the private side, they would do it. And this is one of those things where, yeah, it's managed by the public sector and the state Fish and Game and all that stuff. I don't know. I feel like there is a way. I feel like if there is the opportunity, we should see it through. So like sheep are one of those things where I think you'd get a lot of people that believe in, look, it's just no secret that the sheep guys that are buying these tags are like wealthy beyond many generations. It's insane.
They're doing all right.
And they're very good philanthropists, right? Like wealthy people get a really bad rap on, the 1% not paying tax. Oh, that is all such bullshit. They're the best philanthropists on planet Earth. And when their passion is hunting, let's use it. Let's tap into it. Like WSF has that great take one, leave one program. Like for every sheep you kill, you donate to transplant sheep in the WSF. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it's the take one, leave one program. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I think if you turned it over to a private, like what KOHU did with that Conservation Direct, like I really feel like there is an opportunity there to make sheep more known, to educate more people on, to do these major transplants. Like there's got to be, I get the diseases and all that stuff. There's got to be mountain ranges that are habitable and with no sheep on them. So let's just take them and put them on there. Mm-hmm. Then you don't have to worry about die-offs and you don't have to worry about transitioning diseases and all that stuff. I know there are places like that, and I'm not even a sheep guide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like you should exhaust for something that is so finite in resource already. Mm-hmm. Like what are we doing?
Yeah. And the other side of it too, like someone could realize that, well, I'm never going to draw a ram tag in Nevada. Never. Yeah. But now we have this opportunity. So now I do get an opportunity to go out there to chase sheep, to see sheep. Maybe they'll take one, but hopefully while they're doing that, they might get excited about the conservation side. Be like, well, I'm never going to draw a ram tag. I took a sheep. So now I want to go help out in these guzzler projects. I want to start doing other things now to benefit it. And they got that sheep experience that they're looking for, but now find another way to give back so other people can have that same opportunity.
Yeah, it's $19,000 to build a guzzler in Nevada, right? Like I think you could easily get some funds to build quite a few water catchment systems on a mountain range. Another, 100, 250 grand in donations for the actual science of the transplant. So that you're not talking like tens of millions here.
No.
That's my point of this. Like there's a proven model there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That KOHU and Brendan Burns, they validated the model. There's no question.
Yep.
Why can't we do that on a bigger scale?
Well, we could. You just got to get the people to the people in charge have to say, okay.
The public sector has to allow for the privatization of it. Essentially, right? That's the politics side.
Yeah. Do you think that would ever happen in Nevada?
It should. I don't see why. It definitely should. I don't see why not. I get the disease thing. Again, I'm not making like the overall, I'm not trying to simplify how variable the overall experiment would be. I'm not trying to simplify that. I'm only simplifying the fact that you would have the funds outside of the public sector. You have the funds. They're there.
Yeah. There's got to be a way too. You can set up another way to gather funds, like maybe make some other people who are going over to Lake Mead area recreating to pay some more fees or different things.
That's a whole other.
Yeah, but to get more public involved, so they're supportive of it.
Yeah,
because they might not ever see sheep, but they might want to. And it's like, well, if you can start doing something that they can start giving money into to help the overall.
One scary thing about sheep, like especially desert rams, is the traveling that they do. For the rut.
That's a good point.
It's terrifying. Like you put a ram on a mountain range, and you may think it's far from like another herd. But it isn't for them. It's crazy what the traveling that they do.
Yeah, I remember a couple of
17 miles.
I remember a couple of the statewides that have been killed in the past moved like 3 or 4 units over.
Which is a miracle that the Muddies just doesn't have the disease in it.
Yeah.
Especially with like Logandale right there, and everybody has their little farms and their goats and sheep in there.
That's a really good point.
They could have it. They're just immune to it, and they're not showing it.
Yeah, that could be too.
Yeah, they could just be past that. Yeah.
Which would be awesome.
They could be
definitely spread them out.
Non-symptomatic for the COVID.
Yeah, fact checks here. But no, it's like, and that's a good point to the variable in what the experiment would be. But like, man, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
And it's such a good resource. Like, why not try it? And the whole thing with female species hunting, like I feel like that's your last ditch thing.
Yeah.
Like it should be your last ditch effort, you know, to just start trying to manage herd populations because of overforaging or because of, you know, not enough water, drought, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It should be that should be last ditch effort.
Who would you go to pitch that idea to actually get it in the works?
We have a really good governor as of like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. That's where my mind goes. I don't know. He's a great guy. He's a hunter. He's a sheriff. Was the sheriff. Like, I don't know. That's just where my mind goes. I have no clue though. I mean, I'm not in that world.
Who is in that world that you would contact?
There's got to be people.
we got contact with a lot of people that have a lot of passion about preserving sheep, and it always seems like they get dead-ended when they come with ideas or this or that. Like,
that's the politics of it.
Yeah.
And especially our last governor.
How do you work past the dead ending of like good solid ideas?
A good governor is the start.
I think maybe go to your commission meetings too.
Commission.
Yeah.
But the governor is at the end of the day over the top of all of it. And our last governor was, you know, a dumpster. So like it takes a good person as the first thing. And a lot of these states, you know, don't like I was listening to a podcast how New Jersey, their governor as of 2 years ago or 4 years ago, whenever it was, I can't remember the exact dates, ran on the back of shutting down the bear hunt, where New Jersey has more black bears per capita than any other state in the U.S. Ran and won the governorship on that because a lot of the, you know, the libs who are very, you know, detached and untethered from the realities of the world don't understand that like the rural communities are living with your shit that you don't want to pay attention to. Yep. 2 years into his governorship, had to reinstate the bear tags because they were already overpopulated to a massive amount. Right? Like there's not a ton of bear hunters out there, and when the number, it's like whitetail, right? That you really, this is my point about female hunts. Whitetail's a great example. Like when you got to kill, I can't remember what state it is. You have to kill like 2 or 3 does before you can even get your buck tags.
Yeah, I believe that was Wisconsin back in the day.
So like that is, in my opinion, when you start turning to like female management, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just like the predators. You kill 1 coyote, you kill 11 coyotes. If it's female, right?
Yeah.
On cats, you kill 1 female cat, you kill 6 cubs. So like you're killing 7 instead of 1, right? It's that whole math model when in the predator side of things. It's the same thing, in my opinion. I could be very wrong, and everyone thinks I'm an idiot, which happens a lot. But you start killing females. It's not the one. You're starting to add up. More than just the one.
Yeah,
right?
she's got a couple years that she's going to be fertile and dropping.
Exactly. So, with this bear thing, they had to reinstate the bear tags 2 years into his governorship, and not only that, they had to like almost double the amount of bear tags that was previous to his governorship. It's unbelievable. Like it's good leadership is where it starts. Yeah. And the problem is the cities is what's choosing the leadership.
Never underestimate the power of stupid people in large numbers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jeez, you're full of good ones today.
Full of good ones. And this is what we were talking about walking in here. Like we were talking about 2 brands that we no longer spend our money with.
Yeah.
And one of them is against hunting specifically. And the other one is doing some very stupid stuff outside of hunting. And my point was, if you're that stupid, you're going to be stupid on everything. I don't want to support you.
You're solid stupid.
Yeah, right.
Partial stupid.
Like if this is what you guys are supporting and doing, like I can't be, whether it's hunting or not, it's just the level of stupidity shown. Yeah. Anyways, so like it starts with good leadership, and I feel like we have a good governor now to be able to at least have the conversations to not get dead-ended.
Well, let's make this podcast go real good, and we can just submit it to him and see what he thinks.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Listening to a bunch of idiots talk about stuff that they have no idea what they're talking about.
I'm smart.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That sounds amazing. Like I would be all for that. I'm sure you would be. I think every sheep hunter would be like, yes.
I think every hunter would be. If you tell them their odds, right? Like everybody's likes to know data. Like if you tell them their odds double their chances of getting a sheep tag in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, doubling from 0.5% to a full percent isn't that big of a deal, but still, it's double.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be some good science behind it. I'd be so worried about taking sheep from one unit to another and them just being like, where the F am I? Or just like not being able to handle. I mean, because like there's cold mountain sheep, like, northern sheep, it's cold. They're used to that. I mean, I don't think you can take a Muddy's ram and put him on Troy Mountain. He'd be pissed. He'd be well fed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he'd be like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, I can't remember the exact details of it, but I can't remember if we covered this news report, but there was some bear that they relocated from one state to a couple states over.
Yeah, and he found his way back.
Found his way back.
Yeah.
He even got hit by a car once too. It's like
Jesus.
traveled in a crazy amount of distance to get right back to where he was before.
How do you have
it's
that
like,
homing beacon?
yeah, it's so wild to me what
Animals are
animals
crazy.
do. It's like, I wonder if sheep will do that too. You know,
Ducks,
like you
ducks,
transplant some, move them.
waterfowl, migratory.
That actually might be.
We talked to that biologist in the sheep range, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago, and they had they had the lions collared.
Oh yeah.
And one left the sheep range, went through the gorge. I went over in Arizona somewhere, must have not been able to make it, and tried halfway back he died.
Really?
This is over like a several month period. Like he was trying to,
Find
Get
his
some
area.
find his own area, and but he went from the sheep range all the way up through the gorge into Arizona,
Wow.
and then he was coming back, and
He was killed outside of Mesquite, I believe, right?
yeah, something like that.
Or almost in the area.
Killed by another lion.
lion.
Oh, lion. I know, right? Those damn lions.
Another lion in the sheep range.
You know,
Those
all
damn
we need,
lions.
yeah.
I lost a big deer in Mexico to a lion this year.
that deer was giant.
He's
by the
giant.
way.
Got a vendetta with lions right now because of that. Down there specifically. But
Pretty
yeah,
cool.
man, it's
What do you guys think of the one horn ram hunt that we implemented this last year? Is that gonna be a good thing?
Oh yeah,
I love
They're so
the one
cool.
horns.
Yeah.
and they're old.
So, yeah, so basically they're just rams that a general person who draws a tag is probably not going to want to go after, right? So it's just another resource on the resource that no one's going to pass up, or everyone's passing up, and it's just there, getting old age.
And when they get when that single horn is really short, when the short horn's really short, they're saying they're not fighting or rutting because it hurts them so much to hit heads.
Do we know what's causing it? Is it what's causing the one horn?
Sinusitis.
It is?
Yeah, it's that botfly goes in there,
Okay.
lays its larva, and
Gets into their core.
but it's cool because these rams they're obviously out there. They're not contributing to the herd, but they're drinking water and eat. So it's good to manage those as well because they're just going to die of old age. We just killed one with my girlfriend. She
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty
13
sweet.
years old. It was so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. See,
Yeah.
like I'm on a soapbox today about this shit, but like the management, like
Yeah.
killing old Colorado has a terrible 3-point genetic taking over, right?
Yeah.
Because Colorado's been such a trophy hunt for so long. I'm talking about mule deer, obviously. Anybody who draws these trophy tags, or these, I shouldn't say trophy tags, but like these premier tags, they're not going to go out there and kill a 3-point, right? Like in their old deer that are taking does that are right, like spreading that, and that's the genetic that lives on because, most people see a 180-inch 4-point and they kill it. It's only a 4-year-old deer. He's only had 1.5, 2 cycles of rut activity.
Yeah.
It's like that management of the genetic is also a huge thing. And the one horns, like if you draw your tag, you're not going after a one horn.
Unless it's a mistake.
Unless it's a mistake. If you gave me the opportunity to only and specifically go find a one horn, that's awesome.
That's really cool.
Did you guys see a lot of one horns running around?
4, 5.
In that unit, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Found 7 good one horn rams, but then there was a couple that were small,
Yeah.
like young one horn rams. No, they kept popping up, and then when all the rain hit, we did some like long hikes in there trying to find another target ram, and I'm like, there's another one I don't even know about. Crazy how many one horn rams.
I love the management on that kind of stuff. 3-point spike by 6 in the elk hunt in Utah. The spike hunt in Utah is any spike by whatever, as long as it just doesn't branch above the ear. Yeah. It's like, that's awesome. I love hunts like that.
I think we'll have it. I think your success rate's going to be really low. I think you're going to see the one horn ram hunt for a couple of years. I haven't heard of anybody else killing the McCulloughs.
I think it's so awesome to have to go find one specific thing.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's a hunt.
It makes it like another
It's a hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's a part of
It's
the
fun.
Yeah.
It's like
time of
you
year
guys
when
are
they're not
you guys
on
are
the
looking for the one that the wealthy guy wants, the biggest one in the state. This is the same thing, just in a very different way. Like you are looking for one specific thing. I love that. Makes it an actual hunt.
It's a really hard time of year to hunt sheep.
Yeah.
January and
Yeah.
February. So they're spread out. They could be at the top
Super
of
spread
the peaks
out.
to the low rollers.
Yeah.
So
I love shit like that though. Those true management tags.
I wish they would put more of those in Nevada, like just different type of managements. Like
I'm a huge believer in management tags, and it's proved. Like whitetail is the golden child of that, right? Like you look at the genetics at some of these, you get these huge swaths of private land where these landowners are able to manage it the way they want.
Yeah.
And the genetics they want, and they're killing, triple the amount of management genetics to their one big buck that they're chasing every year. But all their neighbors and everybody is on the same program. It flourishes like literally in a couple years. Like you can notice the difference. I feel like you could do that in other places too and make more money instead of just giving out more tags, like more general season tags.
Normal tags, management tags. And then there's your meat buck hunter.
Exactly.
Go kill your meat buck there.
Yeah.
But that might just be too much of a hunt for them, like.
True.
Yeah.
They just want to go kill the first two.
Like the Muddies, when it was doing really good and they just kept giving out every year, it seemed more tags. Well, what's wrong with a unit specific heritage tag, like bid tag, like California did?
I think that's a great. I
brought
love that
that
model
up to
too.
them.
Utah does it.
Yeah.
Conservation tag for one specific unit.
Yep.
Utah does it like crazy for the elk.
Yep.
Specific and deer too, but for the elk is like.
But that's
awesome.
a way to. 43 tags is a lot. You take a couple of those and do something like that with, and that's more money towards.
Way more money. Now it gets into the whole taken away from the general public.
It's a percentage they have, like kind of.
Yeah. But and I agree with that. Like the heritage tag thing and the governor tag, these bid tags, it says take away from the public. There is an argument there, but it's a catch-22 fair trade-off, right? Because you know how many more for the price of that heritage tag, how many more general tags that would bleed into that unit and take away from
Yep.
your
100%.
hunting experience, the
it's
animals.
a good thing.
It's a catch-22, and it's what is it? 2 tags for sheep here,
Yeah.
2 tags for deer plus the draw, so it's 3 of each. Yeah, I mean it's a pretty fair trade-off.
It's a lot of bad rap, but people just have to really sit down and think about what is going into that when people are spending that much money and where that money
And
is
how
going.
many more general tags would have to be offered to make up for the price that wealthy guy is willing to pay?
Yeah, it wouldn't work out.
Yeah, the math doesn't work.
No.
So it's a very fair trade-off.
Without that money, and they took from that money and put it in the fund, we would have lost like a lot of our sheep because that's what funded those flights.
It's funded all of it.
Oh yeah, those emergency flights.
They're specific to the species that's bid on. So I mean, it funds all of it.
We hunted the heritage tag last year in the unit that we were hunting in. While we were looking for the ram with the client, I found a guzzler dry, and I'm like, oh. I called it in immediately, but I'm like, now they're gonna be here flying with a helicopter. We're trying to find this ram. They're gonna be running. So
Literally,
they worked with us really good. They came in, they did it. They actually worked their flight plan around us. They tried to, because obviously his money's going towards that. And then they specifically told me, hey, thank him for allowing us to do this.
That's really cool.
He's funding this. And they flew all the way around and came in opposite direction. And
So think about his money just funded how many sheep living off that drinker. It's a catch-22, but I'm a big believer. Once you understand the finances and how it all works, huge believer in them.
Yeah.
Massive believer.
Should we jump into another hot topic?
Yeah.
I think you know which one I'm going on now.
What one?
Feral horses.
Oh.
you said it right.
I know. The other day when I was like briefing him, like, hey, let's talk about like State of the Union address in Nevada, and I said I made a mistake and said wild
horses.
Yeah, we definitely have to make that distinction.
They are not wild horses.
Yeah.
No.
There's no
Feral.
such thing as American wild horses
Anymore.
Well, even before they were imported.
But it's that like term that everyone just loves to use because it's so like teddy bearish.
Majestic,
They are not native to the U.S.
Yeah, the horses we have now are not.
Yeah.
No. There was a prehistoric one, but that doesn't matter. The
It's
ones we have
like
now are all
size
brought in,
antelope.
especially, and the donkeys. They're especially for our sheep, they're just as bad.
Yeah. So what do you guys see out there then in terms of feral horses and burros and the destruction and
There's too many.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't say.
It's something else. Like in like these last 3 years, like we're talking about, the drought was so bad and the feed was so bad. Well, it's something that our wild animals that are fighting, like that they're taking their feed. So it's something they're competing with. We don't. It's strange. They don't touch the guzzlers.
don't touch the guzzler?
If they did, if a horse started hitting guzzlers, they're draining them.
Yeah.
Like we're screwed. They gotta fence them.
They'll hit springs though.
They do hit springs.
Seen donkeys empty springs. I've seen in one of our units we have cattle, and
They're wild, feral cows.
Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Let's use the term
Verbiage.
properly.
Yeah.
Words. Words
they're
matter.
Feral cattle, and I mean I showed you pictures of that. Like sheep
that's
and
tough.
deer hit that area. And I mean, there's pictures of like deer trying to get through
Past them?
Yeah, it's like that's not going to work.
Yeah.
100-pound deer in a
Are we allowed
50.
to kill those cattle?
No.
Yeah, actually, you can all the time.
Everyone should go do
you
it.
can't.
No, they're now
Ready to go.
managed by the Department of Agriculture, right?
They're ag, yeah.
It's so crazy that they get taken over and managed like that.
And that unit, they've taken a lot of water sources from sheep and deer,
Yeah.
but they have.
Yeah, because you guys see that heavily probably on the deer side, right? And with some of your deer places, like just
Yeah.
overrun with.
And the horses,
I know
I mean,
2-3 spots there's cattle and sheep and deer will hit that water source.
Pre go hunt, when I first graduated college and came home, I was hunting Central Nevada unit really hard. I spent 45 days scouting before I hunted. I had a big deer on a water source and lost him because the horses moved in.
Yeah, do you remember that one year we were out hunting? We put some trail cameras out.
Mm-hmm.
We had literally, what was it?
That was the same area I was chasing this
Yeah, we
deer,
had
and I was just seeing what was back.
30 to 50 horses on one trail cam photo.
and they won't leave the water.
No, they stayed there the whole time.
They'll chase stuff off.
Yeah.
I had a big deer on trail camera, and this is back before you had to pull them. And I was full of energy back then when I was younger, no kids. And I mean, the second those horses came in, that deer never came back.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell it came from. I mean, obviously they're everywhere, but like no horses. Deer was showing up every day, every other day, kind of a thing. And then the second a horse showed up, he never showed back.
Yeah, I remember sitting on a glassing knob looking out, and I was like, "Oh, I got something moving into the trees." Nope.
Horse.
Feral horse.
Yeah.
Oh, something else moving through the trees. Feral horse, and it was like just a metric ton of them came out of those trees.
I don't know what the answer. Well, the horses are so
what is our
protected.
answer?
2250.
Yeah. The horses are so protected. That's what the cattle being protected too is really interesting. But like, I don't know. It's really interesting. Why are pigs feral and you can take those out? You know?
Can't.
Yeah.
They're Department of Ag too.
Well, I'm talking Texas and what I mean, some of these other
because
states.
it became such a nuisance. And
What do you think is happening here?
Texas is more private than
here.
public.
Yeah.
So like,
That's why, yeah.
that's
They're
would be
getting-
my guess.
Yeah. I think like say our deer herds are so rough. I think that wild horses are part. I mean, there's so many things I think contributing to that. I mean, the list against our deer herd that's
It's
bad.
incredible.
But I
It's
mean, I think wild
compounding,
horses are part of it.
Wildly compounding.
Yeah. And some of those horses aren't the prettiest looking horses. Like if these people are thinking like,
they're
oh, these are
feral.
big majestic ones. These are hips sunken in, looking kind of.
Go walk through the
Oh,
desert.
inbred.
Go walk through the desert in 231, and you'll find 10 dead, and you'll find 25 well on their way to dying in the next couple of weeks.
I mean,
They're in the muddies right now. There's a wild horse herd in the muddies,
It's so crazy.
and yeah, they look. You go there in the summer, they're rough.
Yeah,
People
that
are just
feels so-
dumping bales of hay on North Shore Road to feed them.
What?
So now they're on the road.
yeah, if you
You're
ever
gonna get hit
see
by
that,
cars.
take pictures and send that in because
Baiting.
I mean, I've hit a cow once and it's not fun. I don't want to hit a horse.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, I'd be upset.
And isn't it too? Haven't I heard? Was it maybe you, Cody? You get more. There's more fine if you accidentally kill a feral horse than if you kill a desert bighorn in the state. It's like a higher fine.
I'm sure.
You have better chance of getting off with a murder charge
Yeah,
with
than
a
killing a
human than a
horse.
horse. It's felony.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the solution is here, or what we can do, but it's people don't realize until you come to a state like Nevada and get out there and start actually putting glass up and seeing how many horses there are.
And seeing what they do to our water sources.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take anybody wants to go, I'll take you to a water source right now and I'll show you how stomped out it is. And it used to be amazing. Like
And it's not just these low desert areas either. I've hunted some places in central Nevada. They're up high elevation.
yeah, 10,000 foot.
Yeah.
When we backpack deer hunt, they're at those peaks now, and they're all over up there now.
So crazy.
And there's not very many deer up there. And we were seeing basins full of deer. Now we're seeing those basins with no deer and horses. And there's feral cows up there as well that kind of get left, But yeah, so
It's unbelievable. And like, what are you supposed to do now that they're out there and you can't do anything about them? And then it's just like, okay, well, they're not native. Like what? This whole talk about rewilding the U.S. and
skip that.
reestablishing the bison herds and they're putting woolly mammoths back in Siberia.
Yeah.
you
I
guys
watched
hear
that
about
one,
they're
yeah.
trying to rewild because of the carbon emissions from the ground because it's thawing out and the woolly mammoths help keep it cold. All this stuff. Like, what about rewilding here too? Like by taking out the invasive species first.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that where you should start?
That's exactly it.
Isn't that where you should start with rewilding?
That's what I would think.
So I just pulled up an old article.
We gotta take a bathroom break. Keep the conversation going.
So I just pulled up an old article I wrote in 2016 for GOHUNT. Wild horse and burro populations in each Western state as of March 1st, 2015. So this is obviously an outdated article. So here's the stats on Nevada. Nevada, feral horses, 27,599. Burros, 2,611. Total, 30,210. And in total across these, what is this, 13 some states, there's 58,150 wild horses and burros. And look at that Nevada population. And suppose our max AML is 12,811. So
AML is allotted amount.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Allotted managed amount, right?
Yep. So Nevada's population, 27,599 as of March 1st, 2015, which that number is probably crazy high.
And those are computer generated model numbers. Those aren't actual numbers. Now, to give people a idea on how those work, I mean, we were told in Las Vegas sheep range that there was 3 lions for the entire range. We had a camera picture with 4 lions in the same picture on the same spring.
Yeah, so they're all computer modeled and not exactly.
Yeah. They're not true.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be close, but they're not exact.
And what's also crazy too, because right below that, I have a graphic that shows like from 1996 all the way to 2015. This is all data collected from BLM. And you'll see a skyrocket point where it just goes whoosh, straight up starting at 2012. So from 2012 on, our numbers are exponentially growing for these wild feral horses and burros across the West.
Yep.
And if people want to look at this article, it's the colossal backlash of wild horses on wildlife. That's the title of the article.
Yeah.
On GOHUNT.
So I lived in Coal Creek. You familiar with Coal
Yep.
Creek? And when you guys sent that email, that article to me, at that point in time, I was pretty new to Coal Creek, and I was on this giant email thread. It's like 200 something people. There's not that many people there, but like, and I just forwarded it to the whole thing, and I was kicked off.
Coal
that,
Creek
and
is a horse loving community.
It's all horse lovers, and I was just, I was the out.
He got
that
the
was the
boot.
scum of the community after that.
Yeah. And in the same article too. So I was trying to correlate. So yes, they're going to have an impact on native, I want to emphasize native wildlife. So I have a graphic in here. And of course, this is updating. I have the other updated one here, but Nevada mule deer population estimate from 1988 to 2015. In 1988, can you guess how many mule deer population Nevada had?
Oh, fuck, I would have no clue.
240,000 estimated mule deer population. In 2015, that population was now down to 99,000. And that number is actually at about, as of, where was this at? Let me scroll down here and pull this up. Let's harvest. So the latest one I pulled up was 2018. That number's now at 92,000. So we went from 240 to 92,000 mule deer.
Was there a spike?
It's all been going down.
No, was there a decreased spike around 2012? Like, is there a correlation?
No, there's not a direct correlation there, which I thought there would be. It's basically went to an extreme low in 1994, and since then it's been going up and down. But we basically went since 1988 240 to 1994 115, in that short amount of time too, and now it's steadily still going down. What were the full causes? Like, there's a lot of, like I said, compounding factors.
Oh, yeah.
We have drought, maybe a little more tags than we should be some years. Mountain lions, feral horses.
Yeah, but all the other species are on the up.
That's the crazy thing. The elk.
It's like drought would affect them all equally, you would think, right?
I think like the bigger animals can travel more ground and get more food coverage. Like they say elk graze like 6 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So like they can cover a lot of country grazing. Right.
True.
So maybe they can get more food. Same with horses, pretty much same size animal.
Yeah, it's always been confusing to me that all the other animals are on the up, but mule deer are not.
Yeah.
Like, what is that compounding factor that's affecting them more? I think it's human expansion.
Yeah.
They do not do well with pressure.
Yeah.
But could it be pressure from elk and horses?
Yeah.
Could it be pressure from hunting?
I mean, from what I know about mule deer and the time I've spent hunting them and learning about them, all that stuff, they don't like any pressure of any kind, like none.
Yeah.
They don't even like pressure of from other mule deer. Like if you get too much mule deer in an area, some of those older mature bucks are going to leave. Like they'll just kick it. Yeah. They do not like it.
Yeah. State of Nevada.
Well, it's a state everywhere for mule deer.
It is really
Sadly.
across the whole West.
It's crazy to me that no one has done all the different like data for each scenario, like lion predation, coyote predation, drought, horse, like, you know, introduction to areas and what it's done, elk, antelope.
Nevada
donkeys.
doesn't do aerial predator assault anymore, do they?
No, I don't think they do.
I don't think anymore.
I wonder if there's a correlation when we stopped doing that.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
That definitely could be something that I think I've heard in other states before.
Yeah, I could see that.
Stop being
When
big
did they
enough.
stop doing that? That's like 2012, 2013 is when they stopped,
Do
right?
we still run government trappers in Nevada?
Yeah,
we
we
do.
still have them trappers. Yeah,
Government houndsmen.
they're always around our cabin 13 because the ranchers there, they're always trying to keep the lions down that are killing their sheep.
Yeah.
Every year they're there.
What's the outlook look like for you guys this year? What do you think? What do you think the state's going to be like? For the moisture and everything else we got going on. You guys excited? It's going to be same
Well,
as
after
last
we just got through all that,
Yeah. I think it's going to take a couple years for it to come back.
I'm not excited for mule deer. I'm not personally gonna guide mule deer next year.
So that's the thing that I was struggling with last year. So, you know, I've been starting to build back up points. I have a decent amount of points as a resident here in Nevada. And last year, even though it doesn't make sense at all, it goes against all my strategy I talk about all the time. I just bought points for deer in Nevada last year because of what I thought the herd was going to be like. Like you couldn't have given me a deer tag that I would have been really stoked on.
Now, don't get me wrong. I think, the deer numbers are down, but I think there's going to be some really great bucks.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but there's going to be some giants.
There's always some stud deer that get killed.
and
Like
more.
it's-
I mean, the last couple of years, the units we hunted, they were really suppressed. But like, I think there's going to be some great bucks out there. The numbers aren't going to be there, but it'll be a great year to draw.
yeah, I think it's a phenomenal year to draw.
Yeah,
I think
and tag numbers
I
are
think-
low.
Yeah,
so
especially
you're
if
yourself more.
less people
Arizona,
out there.
Nevada, Utah, New Mexico, like any of those states this year, it's gonna be
it's going to
good.
be a harder hunt, but it's still,
Yeah.
there is potential of the big deer.
Yeah, and just good, healthy, solid deer.
Oh yeah,
You know, I think it's gonna be a great year for deer. Specifically, it's been the elk have been doing awesome for the last quite a bit.
A couple of elk guys I've been talked to are thinking that it's starting to show an effect of like how good
It
the
has
elk
been?
hunters.
Yeah.
It's starting to.
I wouldn't be surprised by that. It's been on a run here for a while.
Some of those guys up there have been really killing
Yeah.
it.
Did you guys do many elk stuff at all? Nothing?
Not unless
maybe
I have
one or
to.
two. We did one this year.
Brady's a huge elk guy, so if you guys need some help,
Heck yeah.
he's turned into an
Yeah.
elk guide.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't find mule deer, so then I got to switch to something
what I
else.
think will benefit for
Sheep.
off the mule deer this year is like in 19 when we had that great winter.
Yeah,
Like all the does around like where we hunt all had twins. Like it almost seemed like every doe would have
That's
had
awesome.
twins, and I'm hoping we have that this year, and maybe the couple years straight.
that'll be a nice
you know,
restock.
yeah.
My worry is about that is like we've seen a lot more lions this year.
The last 2-3 years, we've seen
Yeah.
a lot of lions down south. A lot.
Do you guys you guys get your 2 lion tags a year in Nevada,
Well, you can only buy one at a time.
or one at a time? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always have one in my pocket. Just-
You ever killed one doing it?
No, it's
Like
when you
glass and
see it, I
scallop.
don't.
I
It's
have
always
killed
real
one,
quick.
glassing up. Yeah.
He killed, and he missed one.
You missed one. You're like a Brady marksman. What happened?
Yeah, what's going on there?
It was a fast shot, and all I had was a 223. And we had a client with us hunting his deer.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh,
But the client's like, go.
really?
Yeah. I would have said the same thing. Go.
I got to remember this.
Yeah.
I
You
seen
missed,
Blake-
huh?
and he had to
it
sprint.
was 4,000
He had to
yards. It was
sprint to a spot. So I look over and I like see Blake just running through the sagebrush, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then just drop down and bow and shoot. And I'm like, oh, he's got to see a lion. And
How far was the shot?
like 120 yards.
no shut up. No, it was like 3 something. I mean, it was a poke. Like, but I was gonna give it.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Yeah, he was looking into like one of our little, like he was in one of our spots.
No,
He'd be like that.
holes, yeah.
Yeah.
You've never killed one though? Just
No,
out there?
I haven't.
No. I never have either. I have the tag on me every year. I've never had the opportunity for a
Come
shot
on
on
with us,
one.
and we'll show you.
I
We
glassed
run the one
30 up
every
in one
year.
year. But things about lions. You glass them out. By the time you get your rifle
there,
or you turn away, they're gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
That one, well, we had a guide this year, Hayden. I mean,
He
with a client, this cat was bedded at like 230 yards and just like, I'm like,
Looking
"Did you
at
shoot it?"
butterflies?
He goes, nope. I'm like,
Why not?
Oh,
Yeah.
in his mind, he figured that he said, if I shoot that cat, I'm taking a whole day away from this hunter, packing it out, and I'm gonna clear all. His whole mindset was the client comes first, and he didn't want to take away from his hunt because it was already so tough because the deer numbers were down. He figured he's taking a whole day at least from this guy. And
I get that.
So I actually respected.
Yeah,
that,
I respect that. I get that. But if I was a client, I'd be like, yeah, let's take this thing out.
yeah, but you're a different guy. You understand that
Yeah,
thing needs
true.
to die.
yeah. The
It was a
line,
big cat too. Did you see the video? It was.
the line I took in Idaho this year, because that was the same thing. Just glassed it up and shot it. And
How far was it?
A lot further than yours.
706.
Were you rifle hunting?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he did
I had
not
300
miss.
rum. Did not hesitate.
Didn't even come close to
Idaho is that
missing.
thing where I can downgrade my deer tag and shoot a wolf, a bear, or a mountain lion. So I had the opportunity right there and had a tag in my pocket in a sense. So, but I was really surprised though because I was like, well, there's this line, I can shoot it, and it's in my deer spot. So all the deer are already gone anyway,
Yep.
And after I shot that line, sure, my gun made a lot of noise, but like I did not find deer in a big chunk of area around there, and so it was like, that was super old lion. So I felt like I did that area justice by taking out that old lion. And I don't know, it's hard for a lot of people to realize because yes, you're out there deer hunting, you have a limit on vacation time, but it's also like, what are the odds is you can take a lion, basically spot and stalk, no
If I'm
dogs.
deer hunting and a lion shows up, it just became a lion hunt.
Yeah. No question. No question.
There's just things that need to be done.
Well, if you're out there killing deer, you also need to be out there killing lions when you can too.
Same with
killing
coyotes.
coyotes when you can. Like
That's management. Yeah.
yeah, it should be. You can't be killing one, and not the other.
Coyotes, I'll let kind of walk. Like if we're glassing and like we're in our spot and coyotes come trotting through, it's not gonna get hit. But
You're better than me. You're better than me.
we got a client that's gonna look at us like, what the?
Don't you shoot suppressed? Don't you have a suppressor?
Yeah, but it's still. I mean,
You guys have clients. It is different. You guys have clients.
Yeah, they're paying you for trying to find a deer.
Yeah.
Not you guys.
Not you guys having fun shooting coyotes.
Man.
No, I feel like if you're out there big game hunting, you got to predator hunt too when you can.
yeah.
It's like you got to be a killer of all species when you're out there.
I think I always tell my clients though, like we see a lion. I mean, we both got tags in our pocket. Get to your rifle before I get to mine because it's fucking dying.
Do you feel
It's going down.
Do you feel the same way about coyotes?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I've had a hard time with the coyote thing because I'm on a deer hunt and I do have that thought roll in my head. Like if I shoot this coyote right now, I could spook the deer. And there's been a lot of times where I have not shot a coyote. And I think I need to probably change that because I have an opportunity right there to shoot a coyote and I pass it up because I am deer hunting. I don't know though.
Yeah, that fawn survival rate right there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, with a suppressor, I just shoot.
Yeah.
Anything else you
Benefit
guys
about a
got?
suppressor. How many book rams have you guys killed out in Nevada? Guided.
Like
Book rams,
like contracted guided or hunt spin on?
just hunt spin on.
Hunt's
we'll
been
say
on.
that.
Hunt spin
How many? Yeah, how many book rams have you guys seen go down?
I want to say like 16.
16.
Yeah.
No.
More?
Yeah.
Cutting yourself short here.
I have to.
I
I
used
have
to
to really
have.
crunch numbers on that.
You guys don't
All
know that
my-
off the top of your head.
I used
know,
to
I
have all
get
my
you-
papers. And
You're a
then-
tattoo guy. I'd have a running checklist on my
Dude,
arm.
do it.
I would. I would
Yeah.
literally have a running checklist on my arm.
That's just the one ram that I put on there, but
What's that pretty sweet
What's that
tattoo, by the
called?
way?
Where
Those are all
the
Lincoln
four and the
sticks. Don't let them
slash, what's
fool
that
you,
called?
dude.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure what that's like. Yeah, there's that.
What's that counting style called? The 4 and then the slash.
Roman.
Yeah,
Like Roman
No,
numerals?
No, that's
not
not Roman.
Roman.
It's a certain tally system, right?
Tally.
Tally
Yeah, the tally
marks?
system. Mm-hmm. How do
Just
you
have
not
that.
have that on your arm?
teardrops.
Yeah.
Look, yes.
I don't understand how you don't have that on your
Listen,
arm.
teardrops
one
to
of
little
my
ram
clients-
heads, dude.
Little ram
Yeah,
heads
one of
with
my
curls.
clients, he's a sheep fanatic. He's killed like 10 grand slams.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah, and he gets after me all the time that I'm not keeping a journal like
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
all that. And I
That's
should
what I'm
probably do
saying.
it before I start losing my memory of all these hunts.
That'd be cool too for like later on in
start
life
with
to
my
pass
kids.
down to someone.
You guys
yeah.
are you guys are in such an elite class of like sheep guides. being able to hunt those types of sheep, and like the clientele you're into and all that. I mean, that'd be like my main tattoo.
Yeah.
Seeing how many I've killed, just trying to add to it all the time.
And I think it'd be cool too to keep tallies of all the sheep you see, because then again, that's like
more journal, because their
journal
arms
style.
would be
All the sheep
covered.
you see.
Yeah,
That would be journal status.
yeah. Just to like have that to look back on, like, hey, this year we saw X, next year we saw this. 5 years prior, it was lower number, higher number.
Yeah.
Just
What's the
that,
biggest
like,
ram you guys have killed?
Zeus. 185.
Oof.
184 7/8
Net?
net, the number 3 in the state. And
All time?
the largest ram ever guided by a guide service in the state of Nevada.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What year was that?
19.
2019.
Zeus, huh? 185 net.
Yeah. Gross. 185 gross, right?
Yeah, he's 184 7/8 net.
185. You can't
Yeah.
7/8 an animal.
I know. Well, you can
Nets
talk
are for
to-
fish.
Blake knows what 7/8 looks like, but not anybody else does.
You know,
He's
the
very
guy,
familiar
I'll
with
have
it.
you talk to the guy that 7/8.
7/8 from the back.
How do you 7/8 something? Was it Victor T?
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Victor T, man, he's 7/8 and something. Can't do that shit.
How many days you hunt for that ram?
That was the second day of the hunt.
See, but a lot of scouting obviously went into that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah, 2 days we kill you 185. That's easy.
Yeah, just give us a call.
That's why we're both losing our hair. Stress on watching rams.
on these sheep hunts too, like what are like shot distance you're trying to get people to? Pretty fairly close, or
Yeah. Yeah. Sheep country's, you can
Huntable.
get when you get real cutty, you can get relatively close. We've had a lot of rams killed at under 150 yards with the rifle.
oh
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
But we've had some where, then like you said, some guys can't draw till they're a lot older and they can't get around,
Yeah.
and we can't get them as close, and they're taking the 400 or 500 yard shot because they
Our
just can't
furthest
physically get
sheep
there.
shot was 617.
That's a
And
far sheep shot.
That was
That
all
guy,
the guy
that
could
was
do.
6 days, and he couldn't even hardly walk anymore. We hiked him so much, and he missed rams and couldn't get on them, and it was a long sheep hunt, and he finally made it happen there at the end.
Really?
Yep.
That's a long shot for in sheep country.
Yeah, that's
really
a
long
small
shot.
bodied animal. Like
I killed my ram in New Mexico at 400, which was that's a far sheep
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
He was just in the one spot. He was on an open hillside. I was on an open hillside. There was really nothing I could do. It was getting dark. I couldn't like spin up on top of him and come down on top. So I ended up shooting, but that's a far shot for sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
have you guys ever guided any archery clients who are like, I'm an archery only guy, I want to shoot my sheep with a bow?
Yeah, we number 1 and number 3 in the state
Yep.
archery record.
Really?
Yep.
One was Heritage Tech.
Yeah.
Huh.
Brock
Is that-
Brimhall.
Yeah, Brock's ram.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I have a goal to kill a slam with a bow.
That'd be cool.
Now the hard part, oddly enough, the hard part's going to be getting the opportunity, not necessarily just getting one killed with my bow, which is it's a wild thought, right? Like to get a Rocky tag, to get another desert tag. I should have killed that one with a bow. I don't know what I was thinking, or at least tried to kill one with a bow. But I would love to kill a slam with a bow.
Yeah.
Like, man, how few people have done that
Very few. They say more people have been on the moon than have killed a stone sheep with their bow.
with the bow.
Really?
I was like, well, yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
You could be
Yeah,
in an elite
I'm-
class.
I really want to chase a slam with a bow.
That'd be awesome.
What do you think the hardest one would be?
Stone.
Stone for sure. Just getting in.
I mean, just where they live. I mean, it's not getting easier to get on a stone hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty tough. Like just sheep in general. Like we've been talking about the resource of the sheep in general. Like it's not getting any easier to find opportunity for these sheep. So like you have to outlast that. Then you have to actually get one killed in the country they live in with a bow. You know. I actually think a desert or a rocky would probably be the easiest with a bow.
Desert would
just
be
because of the
very
country.
doable. Yeah.
it's
you know.
doable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
you
because
can
of the
be
terrain, you
patient.
said it's pretty
Yeah.
broken and
Cliffy and
Yeah.
yeah.
Cliffs do well for bow hunters, and if you get on top of sheep, it usually works out fairly well.
Yeah. That's how we've killed them.
Yeah.
Bet them and then get up around
Yeah.
them.
My best friend Clay Hill drew his archery only Rocky tag in Colorado, and I spent 11 days out there with him in Colorado helping him. It's like, man, if you can get on top of them, it's like you got a really good chance.
They
He
don't
ended up
expect
killing the biggest ram in the unit from below the ram actually. Which is really, it was super interesting how it happened. We had so many good opportunities of us being above the rams, but then we were the 11 days I was there. It's been a great wet summer, right? So it'd start out high pressure and then low pressure would blow in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So by the time the rams would actually get under a cliff and bed and we could get on top of them, then the wind would just go nuts. Downpouring rain, wind going nuts. I mean, we got close a couple times. The shooter ram would always be covered or something, and then they get spun out, and wind and sheep don't do real well.
No. They always pile up too.
And they just like pack up until they finally bust, and then when they bust, it's over.
Yep.
So anyway, every time we got on top of them, though, if it would have just stayed a high pressure system, we probably would have got him killed in a couple days. And then I'm going to throw Clay Hill under the bus here too. Unbelievable stock we pulled off on these sheep, cut them off just right. They were getting out of their beds to go feed for the evening, cut them off just right, had them all strung out coming right to us. We had one little cedar tree, one little tiny cedar tree that me, him, and the film guy were sitting behind. I went out there to film it with him and help him. He's, done a lot for me, and he finally got to hunt for himself. So I was there. I wanted to film it too. And these sheep are just lined out coming right at us. We have somehow picked the perfect tree that was like covering all three of us up, the whole thing. He was the last ram in the band. There was like 9 or 10 at the time. I can't remember. 30 minutes left of light. He's a guide. He's guided more archery hunters than, because Colorado's the land of opportunity, right? The amount of hunters he takes every year is insane. I literally don't see him from August until January because he has a hunter every single day. And the amount of archery hunters he deals with, I don't know how he didn't draw before the sheep broke eyesight. I mean, sheep, that's what they have is eyesight. You know what I mean? He didn't. And so, I'm standing right behind him and the cameraman. And in my mind, I'm like telling him to draw. But he's a goddamn professional. Like, he does this stuff. Who am I to tell him when to draw? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the guide. I'm the furthest thing from it. That guy hunts 100 more days than I do a year. Yeah. So I didn't say anything, but in my mind, I'm like, draw. Like, they are lined out coming like this. When sheep line out, like it's a done deal. Like, they are going. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like an elk or a deer where they can just switch directions and mill around. Like, when they line out, they go. Way. And in my mind, I didn't say anything. Anyways, he didn't draw. So the ram's sitting there. And then, by the way, there's like this little notch. It's not like a big elevation drop, but like this little mound would drop to, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 feet or something. Yeah. The big ram, the last one stops right on it looking away from us. And he goes to draw. And then all the other rams in front were like, oh, there's something moving, right? Like, just immediately snap their head around. It's like, okay, well, that was done. But if he would have been drawn, it was a 45-yard shot. It would have been incredible. But he didn't draw. So anyways, he ended up killing the biggest ram in the unit like 20-something days later.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, for sure. Can't believe he didn't draw. I told him I would never tell anybody that story too. But
you heard it here first.
Yeah, heard it here first. But that's going to be that scene on film. He's going to have to relive that for a long time.
Yeah. The whole thing was on video.
Oh, it's like on video. It's like perfectly
When's that
on
coming
video.
out?
We're debating if we're going to release it or not, just because of how it all went down. But I want to release it. The ending won't be the greatest because it'll be cell phone footage of him killing a ram by himself.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you had a bounce.
So it'll go from like amazing footage and amazing like story, all this stuff, because we're there. Him and I never get to hunt together. And then it'll end with him in a cell phone. But it is what it is.
I think that's
it's
still
pretty cool.
It's a cool story, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll probably, which a lot of people don't get to experience that. So you might as well show it to respect the animal. That's what
100%. That's what I think. How few people get to hunt bighorn sheep with a bow?
Yeah.
Rockies with a bow.
Minimal.
In some pretty interesting country. Like, not the biggest country, but rocky, shelvy, timber hillsides. But then also like this riverbed with all these little 20, 30 acre farms underneath. So we're like on top of sheep that are like on top of somebody's backyard with a swing set. Wow. It was the weirdest thing ever. It was an awesome hunt, but it's just like a weird setting. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like a river bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Like these little tiny, old school ranches that people have had in their families for hundreds of years. It's like we're on the public on top of them, on top of the sheep, and the sheep are on public on top of the ranch. It's weird, but it was really cool. I think we should release it.
I second that.
Yeah,
we got to.
And he'll have to relive that scene again.
We've all been there.
I understand that.
I
I'm a
don't go
whole
there.
different person from guiding to hunting for myself.
Yeah, that's what he
I'd
said.
be
He
the
goes,
guy that would
he goes,
forget.
I've been in that situation so many times, but never with the weapon in my hands. And like I was still in my guide mind, not the
Yeah.
hunter mind.
Yeah, I mean, I did it. Like when I shot my bull, I called my bull in, and I thought to myself, like, you dumbass, you better put an arrow on your bow. Like I'm like sitting there holding, I'm like, oh fuck, I need to knock an arrow.
I'm actually the killer.
Oh, it's my turn. Shit.
Yeah, that was funny, man.
Are you guys more stressed with the client than like by yourself, like that sort of thing? Or are you like pretty calm and collected and
I'm calm with a client. I'd be more stressed by myself.
by yourself?
I killed a buck a couple years ago, and I was going to turn my tag, and the only reason I kept it because we'd hunted this buck with 2 archery clients, and they'd missed several opportunities, and I knew the buck really well. Not a great year, but he was a cool old buck, and so I was like, I can kill this buck with my muzzleloader with my boys there, and they could watch it all go down, and it worked perfect. We bedded him. I sat them down on scopes. I went around back, came over top of him. They watched it all go down. I get up there, I'm on shooting sticks like 68 yards from his bed, and I can't stop shaking. And my kids are watching. I'm like, dude, don't mess this up. Your kids are watching.
Colby
You know?
gets
bumped up.
I'm like,
Nailed
I,
here,
stood,
dude.
I stood there forever before I could finally. I'm like, he's gonna win me soon. And finally, I calmed down, and I hammered him. He didn't even get out of his bed. But yeah, it was a.
Colby's got the
It felt like
meal
10
there,
minutes. It was probably only like a minute, but I could not calm down.
Yeah, I get pretty shook up too, and that's the feeling I love about hunting. There's very few things in life that
Yeah.
can get me to that point, and hunting is like the purest form of it. But I am more calm for myself than I am for another person. Like I don't think I could be a guide because I have so much stress on me for that person to have fun, be successful,
Yeah.
whatever success is. I'm not talking about killing, but like enjoyment, opportunity, seeing animal success. You know, the times I take people, like I took Porter for his 40th birthday to Colorado, and it's a place that I know that I've hunted before, not personally, but like been to. So, you know, kind of the decision, the thought leader of like where we're hunting, where we're going. I had so much stress on that hunt just to make sure it was a good
I think we all
hunt.
have a little bit of stress. Like we want our clients to like.
we stress on the clients, but I think it's just different.
I take it to
Yeah.
an, I don't know how to manage it, that it's, you know,
Yeah.
you have to let it unfold the same way. Like, cause I know I'm happy. I'm happy just to be hunting and be out there.
Yeah.
And like, it kind of removes that in my mind for me when it's somebody else. Cause I don't know if they're having fun or enjoying or, you know what I mean?
I always want to ask you this: do you feel like being a guide when you draw your tag that you have an expectation that you got to hold up?
Yes. I can answer that for you.
It sucks.
I can answer that for you. I have so many good friends that are guides. It really does suck. It's
Why
like,
do you
this
think
is
a
your,
lot of guides don't tell anybody that they draw?
yeah. It's like, that's
Yeah.
your guys' form of marketing, which is such bullshit. Like
yeah.
that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like when somebody, a public land DIY hunter finds out that their guide buddy has the same tag.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, who's going to do better? Like, what do you mean? You guys are, what do you mean who's going to do better? It's hunting. Like who knows who knows?
Yeah. Like I've kind of realized that in my like last few tag draws. I'm like, fuck, dude. This is really, that's when that's the stress part where I'm like, it took the fun out of it.
Yeah.
You know, like
Well, it's your guys' job.
Yeah.
It legitimately is your guys' job.
yeah.
That's why I love what we do. Honestly, like super fortunate. We're more in just like the finding opportunities and just
Yeah.
going hunting. So like that's what we do and what we're good at. And it's not so much like, you know,
Giants.
yeah, you were less than half of, well, who cares?
Yeah.
Killed an old great buck, found the tag, had no points. What, you know, like finessed my way into this, all these tags this year. Like that's what I like.
No, that's awesome. Yeah.
And not so much on the actual outcome. Like I said, success to me is loving it and enjoying it so much I can't wait to do it again. That's how I know if the hunt was successful or not.
Exactly. That's the best way to put it.
Right? Like if I don't kill, all good. If I liked it enough that I want the tag again or like want to chase that strategy or thing again, that was a successful hunt.
And my kids are going to start applying. My son drew last year an antelope tag, but I'm going to be looking at it at a total different perspective.
Oh, yeah.
I got to change the whole way I do things just to make sure that I want him to love it the way I did. So I try to look back at how I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to
all fun.
implement that, not the guiding of sitting
Yeah,
glass all day.
yeah.
That's not going to be fun for me, you know. So
Hell no, man. Window time, listening
Yeah.
to music.
Yeah.
Like that's how I mean, back in those days,
exactly.
that's what
Make
it
it a
was.
stress-free
That's why it's so
environment.
fun.
Just have
Stress-free,
fun.
fun. a fun camp
Just
at
look
night.
at a bunch of animals, camp at night, like you said.
Not getting back to camp at midnight and waking up at 3 a.m. Like that's not fun for a kid. It's fun for us now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm in the same boat with my wife and son because I take them with me a lot. Now, like I want hunting to be what we do together, at least 1 or 2 a year. And that's what it is. Like go home early, go cook dinner, right? Like go just break it up a little bit so it's not so much of a grind that we all enjoy.
Yep.
And it's been fun to like get back into, let's just go find a 4-point.
Yeah.
Let's just go find a good 4-point. If we don't find one by 4 o'clock, let's go home. I'll barbecue for everybody. We'll go have a good time. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
It's been a lot of fun the last 2 years to like get back into that mindset. It's been a lot of fun, honestly, especially to like find the tags to do that on too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's find a second choice Colorado tag. Let's find, let's do this, let's do that. It's been fun. Can't wait to do it again. I got something cooking for this year from my wife and son. We'll see if I can pull it off.
That'll be rad.
I don't know if I have enough points, but it should be fun. Little
The whole
party,
points game.
party app.
Oh, heck yeah.
Son gets to see mom and dad do something. It'd be pretty cool. So Anyways.
Any closing thoughts for you boys? How if someone does a sheep tag, how they get a hold of you? Want to tango with the best of the best here?
Just look up Silver State Guides and Outfitters.
Yeah.
Silver State Guides and Outfitters. Okay.
Give us a call.
Yep.
Well,
we don't like to play favorites, but if I had a sheep tag, I'd be calling you guys. So what I was going to say earlier is like talking about I know it gets very expensive. Like, what do you guys charge for a sheep package if I were to draw a tag?
But just a one-on-one
Yeah.
for 7 days?
Yeah.
7,000.
7,000. So it's expensive, right? But you drew a sheep tag.
Yeah.
Like that's in my mind, like, man, you drew a tag that's valued at, what's the Nevada tag valued at? 150,000.
Yeah.
Is like the open market price for what that auction tag goes for. Man, that's the value of.
You can make that money back. This is what I tell people. You can make that money back.
But
You ain't gonna make another sheep tag.
You ain't ever drawing that tag again. That's when it gets into like, there are some species out there that, man, it's that true there's like the once in a lifetime, I drew the best elk tag in the state or whatever. Then there's like the actual true once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
and sheep hunt is,
That's what
like
it
we
is.
said before, it's the pinnacle. Everyone dreams of it.
That's why everybody likes to talk about it and listen to it. But then when it comes to actually doing it, no one wants to pay attention because they know, like, they don't ever know that they're going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say everyone to actually apply for Nevada for sheep. Like, it's the best draw odds.
No question.
Like, across the board. Like,
No question about it.
and don't build up your points or this or that. Like, actually apply.
Yep.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
non-residents with 2 points.
Or drawn tagged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With 6 points,
I
5
tell
points,
everybody,
4
like,
points.
I'm going to buy points this year. I'm like, no, this could be your year. Your only year. Always apply. You'll
Yes.
find time to
Yeah.
hunt. Like,
Bonus point system.
Yeah.
It's a blessing and a curse. Right. But like, do not buy points in Nevada. Just apply.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to know the strategy of how to get some tags,
That's on us.
that's on us. Go Hunt Insider. So we always try to do a little promo code for you guys. So if you guys use promo code podcast, when you sign up for Insider, you'll get 50 points back to the Go Hunt Gear Shop. That's $50 you can spend on gear. So get some research. Do what these guys said. Apply every year for sheep because you always have a chance.
chance.
Might be a slight chance, but you're saying we have a chance.
Yep.
So when you look at our draw odds, which shameless plug are by far the most accurate, like your odds, the people with 15 points and your odds of at 3 or 4 points, it's really not like that massively different. You both, I mean, there is still a chance. It's a blessing and a curse with the bonus point system. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fair. Like I said, non-resident
Yeah,
can
for
get into
sure.
it and has a chance.
Yeah. So I'll call you if I draw a sheep tag.
Like, yeah.
I hope you do. You could
Bring your bow.
One of these people in
Bring
this
your bow.
office has to draw a
Well, I
tag
have
here pretty
15.
soon.
I have 15 points now.
Yeah, we have a lot of points in the
There's
government
like-
office.
Are you
there's-
going 100% archery?
I would like to,
Yeah. It's a good
Me
idea.
too. I would like for you to.
you know.
Yeah. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, I got to get the tag first, right? Or whatever tag it is. But yeah, I mean, I was so fortunate to draw that sheep tag, and I killed a ram beyond my dreams. And I did it DIY, did the whole thing, went out scouting, found the ram. He's 171. Like it,
That's a great ram. That's an amazing ram.
What else? You know what I mean? Like I'm looking to kill one with a bow. And that takes a lot of efficiency and resource, and that's what I want to do.
I wish we could do more bow hunts for sheep.
They are fun.
Like it's
They're
Talk
stressful,
about
but fun.
stress.
it's awesome.
Oh man.
Heart,
Just,
like,
just racing the whole
Yeah.
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Someday.
Someday, man.
Someday.
So, anyways, good luck in the draw
Thanks
for all of us.
I
Draw
know.
Yeah, I
that
know,
sheep
right?
tag.
It's coming up pretty quick. So I'm starting to get excited.
Colby's
all the
out.
apps.
What am I out?
On the sheep tag.
One more year.
One more.
Yeah.
Start from scratch
Yeah. Start from scratch.
Draw a sheep tag again, I'd fucking lose it.
with 1 point.
Oh, fuck, lose my mind.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, appreciate both of you
Thanks
guys,
for
Blake,
having
Colby. Like this sun over here is just destroying me, so I wanted to bounce out. So
Yeah.
till next time.